right. Hello, everyone. I love the comment about how pretty it is, and then it ends with the body bag and the murder. Because that's what we're here for. We are here to play Brindlewood Bay. Cozy little game that has some teeth to it. They describe themselves as, or the game as, cozy murder mystery mixed with Cthulhu. So, it could get interesting. But that's what we're here for. And I'm going to let my lovely players introduce themselves. And Sam, do you want to start us off again and tell us who you are and a little bit about your character?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Sam. You may know me from such places as Fablemasters or Questkeep or Link's Tome of Adventure, where for the price of a movie ticket, you too can join our table. We are a very inclusive group, and I love collaborative storytelling, and that's why I'm here to play with all y'all lovely people. So today I'll be playing Elizabeth, and I've been a smoker my whole life. Pack a day keeps the doctor away, isn't that right? That's right, sweetie. Yeah, you just put on that cozy little knit over there and make sure you're gonna be all right. Favorite color is green. Everything's got to be green except my hair. It doesn't really take the green no more. Yeah. I've also got an eye for the antiques there. So is that a real Fiesta set in the background? No, that's just a knockoff you got from Costco. I understand the confusion.
Sam, I love you so much. That's the game right there. That's it. Oh, fantastic. You know what? Let's just keep it the same order because it's easier. So, Casper, do you want to follow that?
Osio, I'm Casper the NB Ghost. I am a Black Cherokee Sapphic writer, neurodivergent writer of sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. You can find me anywhere they'll let me in. And I just love telling stories in any aspect. So yeah, you can, that's it. Normally you can find me on Tabletop Titties, but we're kind of on a hiatus right now. So yeah.
Yeah, Casper, you are. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, what?
I was gonna say, Casper, you are one of my short list of people who I ask before I ask anyone else. I'm like, who do I want to play with? Let's ask Casper, see what they're doing.
That's very sweet. Thank you. I love hearing that. Today I am playing Ruby Bach, and she just figured out that they can be a pronoun. So that's what they're doing. And when they're not hanging out with all their friends, also lesbians are a thing, and I'm loving it. And so whenever I'm not hanging out with my friends or my new boo, I am baking some special brownies for my glaucoma.
Oh, before I forget, Sam, do you want to tell us what your Maven move is? While that's not your actual character, it describes a little bit about who they are as a person.
Yeah, Maven moves. Everyone uses Maven moves. The most important Maven move is the Encyclopedia Brown Maven move, because I'll tell you all about everything all the time.
True. And Casper, what was yours? Yours is the scarecrow, right?
I'm a scarecrow. Strangers like passing me stuff, or leave stuff around, and I like finding it. So yeah, it's just not me naming myself Ruby Bach because I watched Wicked one too many times with my new girlie. She's young. Something about Elphaba. I like that girl. That Cynthia girl, she did good. She really sang.
Amazing. I'm so excited for this already. Leona.
I have too many tabs and had to make sure I had the right one unmuted. Hello, everyone. My name is Leona. You can find me all over the internet as the Leona Maple. And today I am playing Nellie. And Nellie is she's a sophisticated lady. She is very laid back. I think I picked her. I said her style was Martha's Vineyard, but as in she's in the vineyard with her wine glass and a big sun hat and boat couture, and she's painting because her hobby is painting. So she's maybe a little bit on the bougie babe side. But no,
Mm.
she's lived a life, and now she has earned her riches, and now she can enjoy them, and that's very Taurus of her, and I aspire to be her. um you know so yeah, that's kind of her vibe. As for her maven move, I did in fact pick Gordon Shumway. And what that gives her is a feline friend with whom I share a strong bond, and this extraordinary kitty can do little tricks and follow simple commands. And that kitty cat is named Daisy, and she also hangs out with me in my vineyard. And we paint paintings together and things of the sort. The cat can't drink the wine, obviously, but if there was kitty cat, she would have some of that. Um, but yes, it's me and Daisy.
So you got a nice young pussy too?
Yeah,
Excellent. You
darling.
know they do have that like kitty wine, right? I saw it on the TikTok.
Oh, you need to send me a link to that. I haven't
Mm.
seen it yet.
Hang on. I got to call my girl.
Just for reference, did you decide what kind of cat Daisy is?
Oh, I did not. But I'm going to say I'm going to base her off of the real Daisy and say she's a great tabby cat.
I love it. Also, I did not know that catnip wine was a thing.
Mhm.
That is amazing. And I'm
Yeah.
sure that they would get fucked up.
I didn't know it was a real thing either. I was making that up on the spot, and then Casper like totally met me on that level. And I was like, "Oh, okay,
I got you, honey.
love it, delighted."
And last but not least, Star. As I was saying pre-stream, Star is the one who actually officially introduced me to this game. I never played it before. I had heard about it and thought it was a really cool concept. And then she ran it a couple times in the Titterpig Academy Discord, and I fell in love. So here we are.
Yes, I am a Brindlewood Bay evangelist and will spread the holy word of Brindlewood Bay to everyone I know. It is, yeah, it's definitely top 5 games for sure. So my name is Star. I have a podcast called Characters Without Stories, where I interview people about characters they haven't had a chance to play yet. And that's mostly where you can find me. Like Rain said, I'm also a pretty active member of the Titterpig Academy Discord, where we run games for people who want to learn and try new games other than D&D. So I highly recommend you join if you want to play some games with me and with Rain. And today I'll be playing Marilyn. Like the movie star. She is a very classy dame. Her style is Alexis Carrington Colby. So she is very, very well put together, slim and beautiful. She's probably the youngest of the mavens. And her move is Rick and AJ. So Marilyn has a brother named Al who is a handyman and constantly covered in grease.
I love that.
Got yourself a dirty boy. Understood.
But is he your biological brother?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
I
Had to
can
ask.
still look.
More for us.
He's not my brother.
Amazing. Oh, fantastic. All right. And before we get into the actual game itself, just want to take a moment to acknowledge that we all are occupying land that was stolen. We all live on the unceded lands of various different tribes, and would encourage everyone to make sure to do everything they can to, number one, find out about the lands that you live on. You can do that at... Shit, I forgot it now. Sam, help me.
native-land.ca.
Thank you.
And it's international too, so no matter where you are in the world, you can learn more about the stolen territories that you're on.
Thank you. My mind just immediately went blank. I was looking at the text and I'm like, I don't know. It's
Hey,
words.
I've done hundreds of them and I still blank sometimes. No worries.
That's fair. That's so fair. But yeah, so I just want to acknowledge that I am on the traditional and unceded territories of the Neokaska, Kaskaskia, Ochehi, Sakowin, and Kikapoa people. And Sam, I know you would like to acknowledge as well.
Yeah, I am Cowsis, which is Cree Nation. I am currently inhabiting the stoneland of the Musqueam people here in British Columbia.
And Casper?
I am on the stolen land of the Muskogee and the Cherokee peoples. I came home.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but that makes sense. And if anyone else happens to know, you're more than
Yeah.
welcome. But
Yeah, I am currently on the stolen lands of the Kalapuya tribe here in Oregon.
I just looked mine up because I recently moved, and it says that I'm on the Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Hulkaminam Treaty Group lands, as well as Dominus, Sawasan, Kakite, Katesee, Musqueam, Semiahmoo, and Kwantlen.
that's
I know exactly where
That's
you
a
are.
lot.
Yeah, you can just triangulate me while speaking now, and that's fine. It's cool. Like, you
I
know my
know
exact
exactly
address.
where
It's
you
totally
are.
okay.
honestly, at first I was like, I don't know if I want people to know exactly where I am. And then I realized like there's such a broad territory that it's like you'll know more or less, but I also tell people all the time that I live in Missouri. So like it's fine.
Yeah. I live in Metro Vancouver. It's fine. They all kind of overlap around here
Yeah.
a little bit anyway,
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why I know for me there's so many is because it's like there's so much overlap because it's actually fresh water, like with the more fresh water, but also the ocean is here. So like this land was vital for a lot of different folks. So that's why the list is a mile long for me, and I say them all every time because I'm like I don't know who's. It doesn't matter. They're all important. I'll say them all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's get into the game. So this particular mystery starts at Christmas time. Christmas is approaching, and that means it is time for the Great Holiday Gala. This year's gala is special because the venue, the Belcanto Concert Hall, is celebrating its 50th anniversary. The Holly Stamp Card Company sponsors the gala, making their mark with their banners and a display of limited edition keepsakes and ornaments. The gala fills the week with choir and orchestra concerts, community dinners, board member functions, and finally, the gala ball and charity auction. Celia Domingo wants to pamper her favorite great aunt, who is one of our mavens. So, who would be related to Celia?
I don't know. Does she want to have a cool out?
I mean, is this the kind of thing where like Nelly could potentially like donate some art to it? Like it could be that type of vibe. Like she's the aunt and she'll donate like paintings that she's done to it.
Oh, absolutely. And just to give you a little bit more information about Celia herself,
Hmm.
she is a voice talent and singer. She is known to be a little bit self deprecating, but affectionate, uh, short with a sultry voice, and a personality made for stand up.
Cool.
Aw.
Yeah. So, Nelly, you are the maybe not that close aunt, but a little bit of a relative.
But proud nonetheless. I'm very honored to be here to be donating my paintings because well, I think this is important.
Absolutely. And on a related note, this week long gala has something for everyone. What aspect of the gala does each maven look forward to the most?
Well, it's a week long,
Mm-hmm.
7 different wonderful outfits. Each of them way too overdressed for whatever occasion it is. Just, I want to be the person that everybody looks at.
Makes sense.
I'm looking forward to the pie eating contest.
I love that.
I've gotten better at it.
And Miss Elizabeth.
Well, this year's silent auction, it's got the best green teapots this side of the water thing.
The Bay.
That's the one. How'd you know? Did you know it can also be called long list of like bodies of water that you didn't even know existed, from estuary to deltas to it gets messy.
That's what we're here for, is to get messy, right?
Make mistakes.
Make out with people, you know, is what it is. Also, maybe solve some murders along the way, possibly. So, unfortunately, shortly before the gala started, Miles Greaves, the beloved founder and owner of the Bocanto, passed away just before the celebration began. Thus, this year his family has gathered for both the gala and his funeral. To make matters worse, Graves' great nephew, Nathan, made a drunken spectacle of himself and claimed that Miles had been murdered. The next day, when the Bocanto opened to prepare for the first of the gala concerts, Nathan was found dead on the main stage. The cause of death was an apparent blow to the back of the head. And that's where we find our mavens. You all are at the Bocanto, this large concert hall that hosts the gala. Yes, Leona.
Real quick question out of character that I meant to
Mhm.
ask during a session 0 and totally forgot. Is this our first mystery together?
That's up to y'all.
Okay. Hey gang, is this our first mystery together or have we done this before?
We play Clue all the time, Nelly. What you talking about? I
Well,
also
there's a
introduced us to Among Us too, and you did not like it. Well, Marilyn also didn't like it, but we tried.
it wasn't that I didn't like it. I just need to get used to it, okay? It takes me a bit with video games. And this isn't anything like Clue. This is murder.
Y'all
It's murder.
ganged up on me. It wasn't very fun. Don't like it when I lose.
No one likes it when they lose, honey. Especially poor Nathan here.
Too
Ah.
soon. Too soon.
Not soon enough.
I don't have a lot of time, so everything's too soon, honey.
Well, to be fair, yeah. So, the concert hall is a bustle with activity as people are still getting ready for the gala. Murder or not, the show must go on, right? You all do have all access passes, as you have been invited here by Celia to help investigate this murder, because they don't want to call the cops. They don't want to get people all riled up. They want to keep this as quiet as possible.
Mhm.
So-
Old money.
Elizabeth
Mhm.
is so quiet all the time.
So they just drag the body off stage?
Mhm.
Right.
Well, that's no good. They should have left it where it was so that we could have examined it first, but I suppose that'll have to do.
I
Well, of
believe,
course,
yes, that's a
coroner.
chalk outline.
Oh, good, good, good. I thought it was glitter on the stage.
Why is your
So
left hand raised?
so the cops came and they just fucked off? Typical.
Well,
Classic.
Celia lets you know they did a cursory examination, but you know how it goes.
No,
Yeah, 2 pigs in a
honey,
blanket, get the donut.
I don't know how murder goes. What do you think I did in my youth?
I don't know, to be honest.
Not this.
Hair in
Some
line.
things get better with age. Murder ain't one of them.
Did any of them get like pictures of like where the body was that we could look at or anything?
Oh, of course, of course.
Can I see them?
I would say give me a meddling move. Let's get our first roll of the game.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's go. That is, I should probably pull up my sheet because I'm just immersed in
That would
looking at
help.
y'all's beautiful faces right now. Meddling
We are very distracting.
is like me actually using my freaking glasses. Which one is that? Reason, composure,
Well,
presence?
so
Any.
you would choose.
Okay.
I will let you choose on this one. It is our first roll.
Yeah, I'm going to say reason.
That absolutely tracks.
Because yeah, your girl's using her head.
Using the noodle. Yeah.
So I got a 10.
Fantastic. Yes. So you are looking over the pictures, what are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking because I saw that NCIS with that beautiful Leroy Jethro Gibbs, the silver fox. He's gorgeous. Um, gorgeous man. He likes looking that little goth girl he's got with him. She likes looking at angles and stuff because I've seen me police procedural. I watched the Law and Order, so I'm seeing if there's like specific angle. Kind of, you said it was blunt force trauma. I'm trying to see like was the man taller or shorter or I don't know, whatever you can figure out with the science of it.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And it would be a little hard to find out some of that just from the pictures.
Absolutely, but I look, she's a queen.
Fair.
Did somebody say magnify?
No one said that, honey.
Yeah, you look over the pictures, and the pictures themselves don't really give you a lot of information. But as you are here on this stage, just looking around, you see a sheet of paper sort of stuck under the curtains a little bit. And as you go and pick it up, it appears to be a torn contract involving the Bel Canto Concert Hall. And it's harder to say than it seems. And it is unsigned.
Is there any
Well-
other information on here?
It's pretty vague. It's, like I said, torn. A lot of it is not filled out.
Okay.
But I will make note, and I forgot to tell you all before, you do have to keep track of your own clues. I will not be doing that because I have enough to keep track of. So,
Fair enough.
Opening up a Google Doc real quick.
the character keeper. That is what that's for.
Oh.
Yeah. You say character keeper. I say sticky notepad.
Fair.
I was raised on Blue's Clues. This is my handy dandy notebook.
Amen.
And what is everybody else doing?
Did you say Celia was the person who found the body?
Not who found the body, I don't believe, but is the one
it-
who is sort of like running things.
Mm-hmm.
Is that supposed to be the conspiracy board? Is that for us?
The
document
conspiracy
am I looking
board
at?
you can use, but there's also the Excel spreadsheet, Brindlewood Bay character keeper.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is there like
It's
a?
color coded and everything. It's actually very beautiful.
That's really cool.
And if I had more screens, I would actually use it. But
That's fair. That's fair.
Ah, okay. Ooh, I think it's view only. How do I get permission to edit?
Oh, let me fix that real quick. If it will let me. Okay, well, give me just a second. What is everybody else doing in this moment, though?
I feel like while you're doing that, Nellie has like a very large purse. It's almost picnic basket in size. And she kind of like peeks her head, like she kind of like lifts up a latch and like peeks her head in there and like sticks her hand in there, and she's like having a quiet conversation with somebody in the basket, and then she closes it again.
Dear, did you remember to eat before you taking your medication this morning? Because I read the label and it definitely said before, not after.
Oh, trust me, I did. It's Daisy in here. You remember Daisy?
Do you always bring your cat to a crime scene?
She's very helpful. So yes.
Wait, that's a cat?
She'll like lift the latch open, and she'll like the head of like the gray-haired head of a cat will just like pop out and kind of just like.
Oh my stars! I thought that was a weasel.
I think
Daisy
you need to
does
get
not
your
look
eyes
pleased with
checked,
you.
Elizabeth.
Uncle Billy Bob had a weasel.
Elizabeth,
Oh, bless
put on
his
your
soul.
take
Ah.
off your reading glasses and put on your real ones, honey.
I think I'm a little too classy for a weasel, thank you. No, Daisy is my companion and my sidekick, and excellent with finding clues. I was asking if she'd be able to sniff around, and she declined. You see, but so she's here for now. But at some point, she'll be here to help us.
Okay.
So I want to ask Celia, who did find the body.
Mm. One of the custodians here early this morning.
Well, can I talk to him?
Oh, I suppose. And she goes off to find the custodian, who may or may not still be there. Who knows? It's a
Look,
mystery.
I understand grief, but that girl's got something going on.
Who, my niece? Well, I can go talk to her if needed.
Okay.
Nellie, you know that she is a suspect yet.
My niece?
Honey, she
No,
was
the other
here.
person who showed us a dead body.
I suppose. Maybe I shouldn't be the one to talk to her.
No, absolutely not.
Very well. Be my guest.
Well, I'm trying to talk to this janitor.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I'll talk to her.
Okay.
Unless Elizabeth, you want to.
I'll come with you. You know, she's probably got some of that gluten-free stuff.
You know,
I
I
don't
love
think
that about
anyone
you
knows
too.
what Elizabeth's talking about.
Elizabeth, I love that about you. Even in desperate times, you always think about food. Honey, that is beautiful.
So sorry, real quick out of character. Just to recap what we know
Mhm.
that a contract for the Bel Canto was unsigned and left ripped up by the stage.
I wouldn't say ripped up. It wasn't like torn into little shreds, but
Okay.
it looks like it was torn in some way.
Okay, torn, unsigned, left by the stage, and the person who is dead is the owner of the Bel Canto.
The owner's great grandnephew.
The owner's great grandnephew is dead.
Yes, the owner recently died, and the grandnephew had drunkenly, at what, the wake, I believe? Yes, at the wake, had drunkenly made a big scene and claimed that his great uncle was murdered.
Ah, okay.
So it's
Thank you.
the classic double murder.
Got it.
Nellie, honey, why don't you find out who else was at this luncheon where Little Graves made that big scene?
Yes, I can definitely do that. Is there anyone around that I would be able to talk to who may know that information?
Well, Celia.
Ruby, you're talking to Celia, right?
Oh, yes. I forgot. I'm sorry. Yes, I am.
Can you ask her why? Oh, sorry, I forgot his name already. I mean,
Nathan?
dead and gone, Nathan.
Oh, out of sight, out of mind. I
Yeah.
understand, honey.
Well, they took his body, so what am I supposed to do, right? Well, so can you ask her why he was on the stage? It doesn't seem like everybody would have access. I mean, we've got all access passes, but that's not everybody.
On state. Yeah, I'm just making a note. Give me a second.
Yeah. And so, Marilyn, as you are introduced to the janitor, who is not an NPC, who was included in this, so just a older man named Scruffy, because why not?
Is he cute?
Janitor. Depends on what your type is. He's a little out of shape. A nice what do they call that? I guess it's like a walrus mustache. Has a very gravelly voice. Sounds a little bit like Elizabeth.
Okay. Well, hello. I'm Marilyn, like the movie star.
Mm.
I heard you found the body.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're just you've got a way with words.
He really does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, so when you found the body, can you kind of tell me what you found?
Well, it's right over there.
Right. Well, see, the body's not here anymore. So when you found it, what kind of state was it in? Was he
Well, dead.
bleeding? Right, right. Uh, Was there any sort of apparent injury?
Yeah, he definitely confirms that there was an injury. You all would definitely know that it appears to be murder. He was struck in the back of the head with
Okay.
something.
Well, uh, wow, thank you. You have been so helpful. So nice to meet you.
Hmm.
Just swish the skirts and turn around and walk back. Oh my God, he was no help at all.
Typical. Uh, Ruby and Elizabeth, you were going to talk to Celia, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what exactly are you wanting to ask her about?
All right, Celia, honey, I know it's been rough lately. You were at that luncheon where Nathan made a complete and total ass of
The
himself?
wake?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know it was the wake. I was told it was a luncheon. He made a mess of himself at the wake?
Well,
Boy, ain't
yeah,
got no home training.
assume he was grieving.
Mm. Do you know who like talked to him during that time?
I mean, everyone
Like
was sort of
I
talking to
know, but
everyone, you know.
what
Family.
made him upset? Like what set him off is what I'm trying to ask.
Well, his wild theory that his great uncle was murdered. I mean, there's nothing
Yep,
that no evidence, just his harebrained idea.
I know, but what brought that up? Who was he talking to when that came up? Because that's not something you just randomly spout out to people.
Well, I think that he's a bit of an odd boy, you know. And she says, "I can give you a list of all the suspects if that's what you're looking for."
Yeah, you can. If you could give me a list of all the attendees, that would be great.
Well, this is more the suspects for the murder itself, for Nathan's murder, but uh, she gives you a list that's just like all the family. Um, Not all of them are suspects in his murder, but she says, "Well, first there's my ex fiance, Shay Openfieri. He loves attention. Uh, Thinks that he's hilarious. I guess he's good looking, you could say. Uh, doesn't really like being ignored. Yeah, you know, he's obviously a suspect, but it might just be my bias. Uh, don't have necessarily the best relationship. There's Sam Cass, the managing director of the Bocanto. Uh, Large, sort of Santa Claus looking man. Uh, really just been here for a long time. Uh, Takes his responsibilities very seriously. Doesn't really seem to relax a whole lot unless he's around his friends, but even then, really only if he's drinking. Uh, After that, there's Rosilla Swindon, the board president of the Bocanto. Uh, Very just meticulous, perfectly coiffed hair at all times. Always wearing her pearl necklace, which I'm sure you know. She's fairly well known around town. Frequently clutches those pearls. Let's see. There's Howard Hawley, the marketing representative for the Hawley Stamp Company, which, just a reminder, was the sponsor for this year's gala, or for the gala in general. Um, there is David Chen, who is a voice talent manager. There's Winston Greaves, who's Miles's eldest son, Nathan's uncle. There's Alexandra Windsor Greaves, Mal's granddaughter, Nathan's cousin. And then Teresa Horn, Mal's daughter, who is Nathan's mother. And despite her not listing herself, as Marilyn pointed out, she is a suspect. You all would definitely be very aware of that, but very much excluded herself from the list of suspects.
Well, I can
All
see
right.
why it's ex-fiance, Miss Celiac.
Celia.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's a little joke.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Is there anything
Okay.
else I
But
could
tell me, where
help you
were
with?
you at the time of the murder?
Where was I? Who's asking? Why is it any of your business?
Celia, don't pay her no mind. She forgot to take her meds today. I give Elizabeth the eyes. Like there are subtler ways. Um,
Never heard of it.
I respect that. Celia, honey, I know this is hard. Do you know like who's in charge after Nathan expired?
A side note, I love and hate that that's actually the medical term for someone dying is expiring. It's the worst. Yeah, who is in charge? That would be Sam Cass, managing director.
Okay. Thank you, honey. Do you my one last thing, I know it's a bother. Do you know why he was on stage? Why Nathan would be anywhere near the stage at this time?
Who
Was he meeting
knows?
with someone or
Well, if I knew that, obviously I would have told the police.
of course. Of course. And what were you doing? If you don't mind me asking, I know I didn't. I'm not trying to accuse you or nothing. I was just I just wanted to know what you were doing because that's a very, very difficult situation to be in. To 1 minute have your boss just there and then he's gone. Like you remember that moment, and I'm just, honey, I'm just telling you, I'm here for you.
Well, Nathan wasn't my boss. Let's get that straight.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
But where I was, and actually, why don't you go ahead and give me a day move?
Damn it.
And she seems to just kind of take a moment to collect herself. Maybe even tears up a little bit.
Uh-huh. They move something risky. Da, 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 da. All right. I will go compose. Yeah, composure seems right.
Yeah.
It's either composure or sensitivity.
Sensitivity is actually more to do with occult than it
Okay,
is
cool. Never
anything.
mind. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Then composure it is.
I mean, you could certainly try it if you wanted, but
I got with my composure. I got a wonderful, beautiful, lovely little 6.
ooh. So whenever you do some of these moves, I will ask you what it is you fear will happen if you fail. You did fail here, but
Mhm.
what do you fear will happen if you fail in questioning Celia?
That she'll start like clamming up and be less cooperative. Like we won't be able to ask her any more questions. Why am I doing this to myself? I could have metagamed so hard.
Well,
It,
it actually is
here's
worse
the
than
dark.
that because she doesn't clam up. She comes back at you and says, "Where were you when he was murdered?" And then storms off in a huff.
I was playing bridge, but all right.
And Miss Nellie and Marilyn, what are the two of you up to?
Well, I think I circle back to Ruby and Elizabeth, and well,
Just
that
in time
janitor
to
was
see a storm off.
right. Exactly. What happened there?
Oh, little Miss Celia got offended when I asked her where she was.
Well, I mean, you were kind of saying you think she's a murderer when you asked that, right?
No, I was asking her location at the time of a murder. It's nothing like
Yeah.
asking where
Oh,
she
yeah. Yeah. Nothing like. Well, janitor was a total dead end, and yeah. So I'm curious. Why would anybody want to kill the managing director? Because if we can get to the bottom of that, then I think we could get to not the man, not Sam, but Miles. Why would anybody want to kill Miles? Because if we can get to the bottom of that, then we'll know why Nathan was so upset, and then we might know who killed Nathan.
That seems like a lot. I was really just focusing on what happened to poor Nathan. I mean,
Right.
Miles was not a young chicken. Like, he's been around the block. I mean, that could have easily been natural causes. See, Elizabeth agrees. But like getting bashed and like getting your head caved in, that's not natural causes, honey.
I'm aware. I'm just saying that if it was murder, then that would be a real good motive to kill Nathan. Why else would he be killed like that?
I do agree.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Nellie.
Hi.
You
Sorry.
done talking to your kitty?
Yes. We had to. I had to bribe her with some treats. Um, I I can't help but wonder. You see, I don't know. I've read these things before. Inheritances, wills, things like that. Good causes for murder.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody caused a murder because of an inheritance or a will or something of the nature, perhaps the entire estate went to Nathan for some reason. And then on top of that, if Nathan found out that it was murder somehow, then Nathan would be beside himself. And well, I can see how all of these things could get very tangled very quickly.
And Ruby, would you tell the others? You know, obviously Elizabeth was there with you about the suspects because a few of them are Nathan's direct family members.
Yeah. I was just about to. Well, well, now that Nathan's gone, this boy Sam Cass or whatever, that's what I wrote in my notes. I did shorthand. He was the managing director, a little bit of a drunk. Um, he had something. He's now in charge of all this. So if it's about who benefits from this murder, we could talk to that fella. Nelly, I did seem to upset your niece um in my questioning. So you
She
might
accused her of murder.
I did not accuse anyone of murder. I just inquired where she was when the murder occurred.
Well,
I don't think Celia saw it that way.
I suppose it was important for Celia to have an alibi. As much as I don't want her to be a murderer, I suppose I can't blame you for asking her.
I was just I'm not saying she's a murderer. I'm just wondering where she was at. See, if
Naturally,
she
darling.
asked me what I was, and I was playing bridge with this cute lunk that's not important, but still,
Why did she ask you where you were?
she got offended.
Oh. Well, nothing much to be done about that for now. I think the only way to really heal all these wounds is to get to the bottom of this.
All right, so I got a list of people we could talk to. There's Winston, who's the uncle, Alex, who's the cousin, Howard Holly, who's a marketing rep for the gala sponsor, David Chin, who's a talent manager, Shay, who is your Shay, Cecilia's old Shay, him, the narcissist who broke a heart. Um,
Mm.
then there's Teresa, Nathan's mama, like I mentioned, the Sam boy from before, and the Swinton woman who pearl necklace, the Pearly
Mm.
Gates lady.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
her.
glad she's a suspect. What a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah. I got work. I got my own issues with her. But yeah,
Do you know those aren't even real pearls?
What?
She's been
She
wearing the
can-
knockoffs.
She can
Spotted them
afford
right
it.
away.
She can afford it. I don't know why she wouldn't get real ones.
why
Maybe
would you
there's
wear
some
your
money
real
trouble.
pearls out in this world?
Why wouldn't you? When are you going to wear them? Are you going to go wear them at home? As I clutch my own pearls.
Are
They have a
yours
different
real?
feel too. Maybe it's their
course they're
collaring thing and
real.
it's been taken away
I'm
from
sorry.
them.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. What'd you say?
The pearls, if they're clutching their pearls and they're fake now, they don't feel the same.
Oh,
Oh no, you should feel mine. They're definitely real. Not, but maybe don't touch them right now. But
this is
these
not the
are
first time I've heard
family
women want me to touch their
heirlooms.
pearls.
See, there's a time and a place. Family heirlooms. I'm saying.
All right.
Well, I think so. This Sam guy. I mean, he probably would have. He's now the managing director. He
Mhm.
basically took Miles's place. Maybe does
Maybe
he have an
he-
office here? Maybe we can snoop around.
We could also try and talk to him about the contract, see if he knew anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while y'all are doing that, I'd be happy to talk to, Alexandra and was it Teresa?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alexandra, Teresa, and Winston.
That sounds excellent.
I can get the family angle going.
Elizabeth, what do you want to do?
Well, I think talking to Winston sounds like a great idea.
You
I'll
want
tag
me to
along with
blur
you,
down?
Yeah, Elizabeth
Oh.
just wants to flirt.
All right. Okay. So we can meet back. Oh,
Meet back on the stage, I suppose.
Well, the
Yeah.
stage is going to be taken, right? Because the gala is starting soon.
Mhm.
Oh, right. The green room?
Okay. So who wants to draw the short straw and talk to the board of director? The board president, Miss Pearls.
I'm pretty calm. I think I could do it without blowing a gasket.
You're already talking to the family.
I suppose, yes. I'm just saying, if you need someone to do it and you can't do it, I'll do it. That's
Well,
all.
I don't think I should be talking to Shay because I already talked to Cecilia, and that's just gonna get messy.
It's Celia.
Sorry. We still the only people we still need to talk to after you talk to the family and we talk to Cass is Howard Holly, David Shan, Shay, and Miss Swinton.
The only people, multiple people listed.
Only half
Well-
the list is fine. So why don't we do, and I'm talking directly to Marilyn at this point. Marilyn, why don't
Mhm.
we handle Howard Holly, who is the gala sponsor? You seem fancy enough to talk to a gala sponsor.
Yeah, of
I
course.
am not. And Sam Cass, we can do all of that while we're still here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Awesome. Excellent. And then Elizabeth, you can go with Nellie. I don't mean to be directing y'all. This is only if you want to, but you can go with Nellie and talk to the family, maybe split them up and like get different angles. I saw that in the TV show too.
I love it.
I love that
Just
Ruby
like
has seen all
Amanda
of this on
Delacour.
TV. Yeah. I'm gonna say I love that Ruby's seen all of this on TV, but you're all part of this book club.
She doesn't read the books.
I'm waiting.
There's a spin-off TV show based on the book series too.
I am
of
waiting for
course.
the episodes to catch up to the books. Okay.
I think it's not actually Amanda Delacour mysteries. It's just we just all think it is. Like it's a
Mhm.
conspiracy theory.
It's the ripoff, right?
Yeah.
They change
It's
things
the-
slightly.
The
It's the
pearls are
life-
fake.
It's the Lifetime like spin-off series.
And we're
Of
convinced
film.
it's like under like a fake name that it's like no, but Amanda Delacorte is totally ghostwriting these. Like it's fine, you know.
Absolutely.
I love that so much. All right,
All right.
Ruby, let's start with you. Since you have kind of taken over this, we'll start out. Who were you going with again? And
I
who
was gonna talk to you, Sam, Cass.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't-
going. We're
Yeah.
going to talk to Sam.
Yes.
All right. And let's see, Sam is just a moment.
The way my ears burn every time.
Yeah, we're just talking about you all the time.
There's like a moment of confusion every time. Like what?
So
Damn
Sam,
it.
It's not just
I'm
you.
not-
Well, and then we have Miss Liz in the chat. So every time we talk about Elizabeth or Miss Elizabeth, nothing like name confusion.
this is why I
Let's
changed
see.
my name to Casper.
Fair.
I went on set once because my name was Charlie for a little bit, and then I went on set and met another non-binary Charlie, and I'm like, nope, that's not happening.
I love that you play Charlie and Girl by Moonlight though.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, so Sam Cass is very busy. As I described before, has a big belly, like a bowl full of jelly, a white beard, very Santa Claus-esque. Takes his responsibilities very seriously, and he does not look relaxed. He looks extremely tense, and is just like shouting directions at everyone around.
Sam, do you have a moment?
No, I really don't. Does it look like I
Oh.
have a moment?
Oh, not even for me.
No, I really don't.
Well, fine. I just wanted to know where you were when poor Nathan was murdered.
Sleeping, obviously.
With
I mean-
anyone?
It's none of your business.
Posh.
No, I was asleep early because I've been here since very early this morning, not long after the body was found.
So you
Okay.
arrived right after the body was found?
Not right after, shortly after.
Mm-hmm. About what time was that?
Oh, maybe 5 a.m.?
Wow, you've been here since 5 a.m. Well, you must be tired.
Well, no, I'm very focused. I'm dedicated. I think it's probably still fairly early in the day at this point, like maybe 10 o'clock.
Oh, I thought it was like this was the evening. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We didn't quite establish that, but no, I think it's probably still fairly early. I mean, again, trying to get everything up and going for this gala, and because it is a week long, it has a lot of activities that aren't necessarily always evening activities. I think it's probably one of those like ones that's going. It's just like maybe not all night, but like all throughout the day, every day. Anyway, no, why would I want to hurt Nathan?
Well, I mean, Nathan did say that somebody hurt Miles. Did you and Miles get along?
Well, I mean, I've been running the show here as best I can for quite a while now. Got along as well as anyone can. Have some disagreements, but that's just normal,
What did you disagree about?
Normal work things, just not seeing eye to eye on every little thing. Anyway, I really don't have time for this. Are we finished?
Can I ask just one tainty little question?
If you insist.
Okay, I do. What do you know about the contract Nathan had on him?
Nathan didn't have a contract on him.
Yes, he did.
No.
Yes, he did.
I will say it was not on him.
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
lying.
Just making sure. No, I mean, I was here, like I said, shortly after he was found, and there was no contract on him.
So you know nothing about the contract.
What contract? What are you talking about? I hadn't heard of this until you mentioned it.
Interesting. You've been here for how long?
Doesn't mean that I know every single detail. I mean, I'm not the
Oh
owner.
no, honey, I mean work in this position. You've been in this position of knowing everything about this place for how long?
Well, not everything. Like I said, I'm not the owner. I'm just the manager.
And you're the one in charge now.
Well, I mean, I don't own it,
Okay.
but somebody's got to keep the show going. The show must go on.
Mm-hmm.
Who does own it now?
That is above my pay grade. You'd have to ask the family.
Interesting. Does he smell like alcohol?
He does not.
Okay.
Yeah, he would not drink on the job. He's not that kind of person.
Yeah, and I guess he's not that relaxed.
Not at all. He is extremely tense. And honestly, like while you're talking to him, he doesn't stop to talk to you. He is still like pointing. He's like, before he answers, like, no, over there. No, there. Just constantly doing other stuff. Just doing his best to answer your questions, but also do his job.
Is he in his office?
No.
Okay.
And go to his office.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. So you shared an office with Nathan?
No.
With Miles?
With Miles? No, Miles had his own office.
Are they still on site?
Is who? Sorry.
Are the office still on site?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the
They
offices
haven't converted the rooms into anything or anything.
No. I mean, they've got to still have their spaces to do their business and whatnot.
Yeah. But is anybody occupying them? Since like your owner is expired.
He's barely been in the ground a couple of days.
You said the show
with the
must
gala,
go.
we have not had a chance to even sort all that out. I don't know. Like I said, you got to ask the family.
All right. Do you know who in the family we can talk to? Is it the uncle, the mama?
It beats me. I don't know. That's all their thing. Doesn't matter who owns it. I'm still here until they let me go.
Interesting.
You think they will?
Well, you never know. Anytime ownership changes, they gotta change things up.
Do you have any beef with any of the family?
Listen, I don't have time for this. I've got work to do.
Okay. I'm sorry. We will get out of your way.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Sam.
Yeah. And he just continues like shouting directions. And
as we're walking away, I am immediately turning to Marilyn. So we're gonna break into those offices, right?
Oh, absolutely. You want to do Miles's first?
Yes.
And
Get
then
the bobby pin out of my hair.
Yeah.
And Nellie and Elizabeth, you two were going together, or were you going separately?
My understanding was that we were going together and splitting the family up.
Yeah, tag team.
Yeah.
We play bridge.
I love it.
I've never played bridge in my life.
Yeah.
Something about
used to.
contracts,
I know very little about
bidding.
it.
I just put the cards down and put another one down if I'm the wrong card.
Yeah, as you are searching around trying to find the family, you do come across Winston Greaves, the eldest son, Nathan's uncle. Winston is a puffed up snob. Seems to be someone who really doesn't talk to the common folk. Someone who really doesn't seem like he has time for either of you, because you are not part of the family. You're not important in his eyes.
Well, that's rude because I'm Nellie and I'm certainly important. Mr. Greaves,
Yes.
Nellie, pleased to meet you and allow me to offer my condolences.
Who are you?
Nellie, the donor of the paintings?
Never heard of you.
No, I suppose you haven't. Not that that matters, although I am a donor, so perhaps that matters. I'm here to offer my condolences.
Thank you, I guess.
Hmm.
Is it something I can help you with?
Well, Cecilia, you know Cecilia, right?
Celia? Yes.
Celia, yes, thank you. Every time I say Celia, I think of the song Cecilia. Anyways, uh, what I'm saying is, I asked myself and my friend Elizabeth here to come and take a look around.
Mm.
I wanted to ask you a couple of questions, and I promise I won't take up much of your time.
Yes, if you make it quick.
Certainly. First of all, I recognize that Nathan's passing. Sorry, out of character. The elder person who passed, what was their name?
Miles?
Miles.
Miles. Miles, thank you. I keep forgetting, and I write it down. There we go. I understand that Nathan was quite distraught at Miles's passing. Miles was the owner of the canto, was he not?
I'm sorry, you said Nathan was the owner?
No,
Oh,
Miles.
sorry. Yes, my father was the owner, has been for a
Yes.
number of years.
Well, and after his passing, what happens then?
Well, I am his oldest son. Of course, it should go to me, but I have to sort all that out in the will.
What do you mean by in the will? Are you not, is it not going to you?
Well, lawyers, all that bureaucratic nonsense.
So it is going to you, just I'm out of dealing with the paperwork.
Yes, and with this gala, that's enough of a headache. We'll sort out the rest later.
Oh, I entirely understand. So, do you think that Nathan had any reason to claim that his great uncle was murdered?
No, my father was adored by all of us, everyone. He knew all of the singers, all the stagehands, knew their names. Uh, I'm doing my best. And you do notice he has sort of like a casual business attire on, but looks very uncomfortable in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not necessarily something that he would choose to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Winston, when you get to my age, you've been to a lot of wakes, funerals, celebrations of life, all those kinds of things. Usually at these things, we talk about our shared memories. What's one of yours? What's one of your memories of your dearly departed?
Well, just spending time here at the Bocanto. He was here all the time. Just a very hardworking man.
Yeah. And wouldn't it be a shame if all those memories went to somebody else, say Nathan?
I mean, why would they go to Nathan? It doesn't make any sense.
Was he close to Nathan at all?
Well, as close as any of us are. But I'm the eldest. Of course it's going to go to me.
Mm-hmm. What about what's her name? Alexandria?
Yes. What about her?
Do you think she would have had any reason to, oh, I don't know, fight with Nathan for this place or anything like that? I'm just trying to figure out if there was some sort of conflict that would have caused Nathan to get hurt like this.
I can't imagine, but Alexandra is so. What is it? The YouTubes that she's always on.
Oh, like an influencer.
It's what she thinks she is. I don't know if I would go that far.
Interesting, interesting. Do you know anything about the contract that was left by the stage?
The contract? What? What contract?
There was a contract found by the stage near where Nathan was murdered.
You know, the one sending the place over to Nathan.
Elizabeth.
Really horrified, screaming at a perfect moment.
It's perfect timing.
That's excellent.
Elizabeth, why don't you give me a meddling move, please?
Oh, we got rated.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Raiders.
Hey, thanks, Miri. Love you.
We're the Golden Girls of Murder. Give us a second.
So meddling. Do you want me to roll that,
Yes.
or do you want to?
I mean, you were the one who
Yeah, I'm totally the meddler. So I'm gonna say,
Nellie is playing the good cop because I feel like Elizabeth is playing the bad cop right now.
I would say this is probably
maybe like a composure, maybe.
yeah. That's
It
kind of what I
doesn't
was
feel like
thinking.
reason.
I would say more composure.
Okay, so that's a total of 8.
8. Okay. So he's very upset about this. It takes him a minute to, kind of collect himself, and it's just like, what are you talking about? There's no reason that there would be some kind of contract signing it over to Nathan. That's ridiculous. Who would do such a thing?
And yet one was found near Nathan's body, torn up, unsigned, but there, legible enough that we could make sense of it.
And he just sort of puffs up and almost seems like he's trying to intimidate, like gets in your space a little bit, Nellie. He's like, do you have it? Can I see it?
Now, sir, why would I keep important evidence on me? That seems a little bit risky, don't you think?
I mean, you're just a couple of old ladies. I mean, you're not investigators, you're not police.
Certainly no, we are not. We are just a pair of old ladies, as you said. Now, like I said, Celia did ask us to ask questions, and that is all we are here to do. Like I said, it doesn't seem wise for me to hold on to evidence like that. But I am letting you know that it was found, so if you do know something about it, it might be good for you to mention it, especially if the Belcanto is indeed meant to go to you.
I really don't have time for this.
I'm sure you don't.
By all means, murder someone else.
Nellie has 2 in composure, and she is using all of her 2 points in composure right now.
That is so fair. I get it. I get it.
Like, angry man in her face, Elizabeth on her side. Oh my.
Yeah, and so with that, he just rolls his eyes, leaves the room. But, Nellie, as he leaves, you find nearby, I would say maybe on like a railing, there is a shattered gold locket with no picture in it, but the initials MG written on the face.
MG.
Miles.
Miles Greaves.
Miles Greaves.
It would make sense.
Shattered gold locket. Well, Elizabeth, what do you make of this?
With my antiquity little perk here,
Yeah.
I like to really analyze this. And is it something Did you say a shattered pocket watch?
Mhm. It's a fantastic.
And trying to open it and analyze like what it might be and where, like, what's inside it actually before I show you the time.
Like I said, no picture, just the initials MG engraved.
Just MG.
Also, I will remind you to keep those clues updated because I will not be.
Yeah, someone's on top of it. I see the thing being updated. Thank you, Star. You're my hero right now. I'm trying so hard. Oh man.
Well, I
I've
think it was a
analog
one of
on
a kind. And whatever picture was in here was important. It was taken out.
Do you think there was even a picture to begin with? Is the question.
There's space for something. What would you keep in a locket?
Oh, a love letter?
Tiny.
A small, a love note. Listen, Nellie is
poem?
indulgent in all things. She'll fit a love letter in there somehow.
How big is your locket?
How big is my heart,
This is
darling?
She's got like a Flava Flav locket.
Oh, I love that.
She'll fold it up real small. She'll origami it. She'll figure something out. Listen, she's indulgent in all things. It's kind of her vibe. She's got the heart. She's got the room for it. No,
Well, it
but
would appear that this locket is gold plated and there seem to be scratches. So if we were to find a note, there would be little pieces of gold in it.
oh well, that's handy.
Or a picture, or a microscopic piece of literature.
Stranger things have happened. I once saw a miniature pterodactyl. Miniature. It was the size of my pinky or smaller. These things do happen every now and again. It's like a
I
keychain.
must see this before I go.
I'll have to
Before you go.
send you a link from Amazon. I think.
What's her name again? Amazon! Add that to the bucket list. Amazon, are you listening?
That Alexa?
That one.
Just then, Alexa, the daughter, walks.
That'd be Alexandra, I believe.
It's close. It's close.
Close enough.
But actually, at that moment, you do hear, just sort of in the distance, maybe around the corner a little ways. Hey guys, I'm here at the Bo Canto, just trying to process the grief, process all these complicated emotions. Who knew the most wonderful time of the year would be filled with so much heartache? Sad face emoji. Hashtag festive funeral. Hashtag tinsel and tears. Also, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
Ooh,
Tinsel and tears.
Right.
So good.
she Nellie just kind of quietly says to Elizabeth, "Oh, there is a time and a place, and that isn't classy." Whew. I honestly have goosebumps. I'm just oh.
Yeah, if it's not her, it's her.
Prayers, sorrows.
Well, that sounds like. I was about to. Oh my God! I was about to say Elizabeth. Dear God, I'm struggling just as much as these Golden Girls are. That does sound a bit like Alexandra. Do you think we should let her finish her recording and then stop by?
That sounds wonderful.
We'll go wait in the
Snacks?
wings.
It
I stole
does
these
seem,
canapes from the back.
it does seem like she has finished after her make sure to like and subscribe. You don't hear any more narration from her. It sounded like there were some probably faux tears in there, and then she just kind of pops around the corner, just as cheerful as can be.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi. I don't think I know you.
My apologies. I'm Nellie, and this is Elizabeth. We were here to offer our condolences
For what?
for the passing of Oh, I cannot name today, apparently.
Miles.
For the past,
Miles,
Nathan and Miles.
Oh yeah, it's so, and you see she starts to get some tears in her eyes. It's just so difficult.
Did you know Nathan very well?
Yeah, of course, he's my cousin.
Well, cousins, yes, but it's not all cousins get to meet each other. I have cousins that I only see once a year. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure if you two grew up together or were distant cousins.
I wouldn't say we're that close. And to give you a little bit of a description, Alexandra is a willowy girl, very like YouTube perfect makeup, uh, and you can tell she is as vapid as can be, like totally self-absorbed, really not showing a lot of empathy for other people.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so what about Miles? How was he your great uncle as well then? I'm just trying to make sense of the family tree.
Uh, she is Miles's great granddaughter.
Granddaughter. Oh, so your grandfather. Were you did you spend a lot of time with him?
Uh, I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. He was here a lot.
Did you come here a lot or are you new to the Bel Canto?
Well, come here to visit and that sort of thing, but it's just not really my scene, you know.
Mm-hmm. You don't know of any reason why anyone would want to hurt your great grandfather or your cousin, do you?
Mm, no, not really. Neither one of them really had any riz, so like, I don't know.
Right. And what do you think of Nathan's outburst at the wake for your great grandfather?
I mean, it's kind of hilarious, honestly. Just getting drunk and causing a scene.
Do you think that your great grandfather was murdered?
I, I don't know. He's old. I mean, old people die. No offense.
No, understandable. Listen, my dear, we all must depart at some point. I understand. I have prepared for this myself. Uh, sorry, I didn't mean to make you break.
It's okay.
But okay, well, perhaps your great grandfather passed naturally, but Nathan, that must
Yeah,
have been murder.
I mean that's what they said. I don't know.
Well, what do you make of it, dear? No one that would want to hurt him? No one that had beef with him or fought with him or anything like that?
I, like I said, we weren't that close. I obviously knew him, spent some time around him at like family gatherings and stuff, but I don't know, like really wasn't that cool.
Hmm. What was he like? Was he very like noisy and nosy? Or was he a gossip? Did he keep to himself? Flirty?
Mm, you know, I feel like I probably shouldn't be telling you all this stuff. Like, I don't even know who you are.
Oh, Celia asked us to ask some questions.
Oh, of course she did.
You don't like Celia much?
I mean, she's all right, I guess. Pretty good singer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that's your thing, I don't really like that kind of music.
Well, what do you like, dear?
You wouldn't understand.
Taylor Swift?
No, no.
Good, me neither. Um, uh, no, but like I said, Celia's asked us to do a little bit of digging because she's not very confident in what the police are doing. So, like I said, if you don't mind telling me a little about Nathan, that'd be great. But no pressure. I understand that these are difficult times.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just so upset, and you notice that she really hadn't been all that upset. She had gotten a little bit off in the discussion and had stopped her like faux tears, and then suddenly it's just like, oh yeah, yeah. Just hearing his name just gets me so upset.
Oh dear. Would you like a hug?
Yeah.
Okay, come here. Oh,
and
they're
just
there.
like so overly dramatic, like just chewing up the scenery with this. Like it's bad. It's bad.
Nelly's just like patting this girl on the back and is like making big eyes at Elizabeth, like, do something, say something, help.
I'm going to also go in for an embrace, but use the opportunity to slip my hand in the purse and just try and fish something out of her face.
Yes!
Okay.
I love
Please.
this. I set him up,
Please.
you knock him down.
I would say this is going to be a night move because this
Ooh.
is a little bit potentially more risky. That's something that's pretty invasive of her personal space, her things, and being a suspect. Who knows? Give me just a second. My internet
So like
is super slow.
so rolling with like presence because it's pretty bold, it's pretty intense.
I mean, that makes sense to me. Give me just a second.
Is there any way that I can help out?
Star, can you remind me? I feel like
I'm
there
digging.
is.
I think you can. Yeah, I'd
I'm
have
digging.
to.
I'm digging. I'm digging
Yeah.
through the moves.
I don't know if it's a move per
I don't
se.
think it's a. Yeah, I don't think it's a move.
It might
Okay.
be. I mean,
Let's see.
5 + 4 and 1 for my presence. 10.
Oh, it doesn't need it.
fantastic.
No, we're good
Yeah,
then.
Help.
you're good. You're good. Yeah, give me just a moment, actually, because I'm trying to find my reference sheet. This is one of the few things that I'm meh about on this is just there's a lot of like reference sheets and stuff to keep track of sometimes.
Oh, dearie, you're at that age now where there's so many of us coming and going into your life.
Yeah, just all kinds of coming and going. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, so Sam, as you're doing this, what do you fear will happen if you fail at what you're doing, if you lose your nerve, if you get caught?
I am afraid of falling in this instance and revealing that my hand was in their purse and like bringing the whole thing down on top of me. Like these hips have both been replaced and they may be made out of metal, but I sure am not. I'm worried about the embarrassment of it. I'm not used to hugging people. I'm really out of my comfort zone here.
Fantastic.
But I don't trust this individual at all. Like the crocodile tears are not doing it for me.
Nope.
Yeah, I think it's worse than you fear because if you fail, it wouldn't just be you who gets hurt. You and Nellie are both right there with her. But you reach into her purse, and honestly, there doesn't seem to be anything super interesting. Just kind of normal stuff like her phone is in there. Got the little pop socket on there. Probably is a Taylor Swift pop socket.
I'll take the phone.
Oh,
It might be
okay.
locked, but we'll figure that out.
Okay. Interesting. I like that. Yeah. Fantastic. And with that, let's cut back over to the other half of the crew. Ruby and Marilyn, what are the two of you doing?
I think going straight to Miles's office and seeing if we can get in the door.
Absolutely. Yeah. Why don't you give me a meddling move?
Is this to get in the door?
Mm-hmm.
Can I call my brother?
Absolutely.
So I'll use my Rick and AJ move. So yeah, dial up Al. Al?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you've done some a little bit of light locksmithing, right?
We're talking locksmithing or locksmithing?
I'm talking locksmithing, if you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
Could I ask for your advice?
Sure.
I've got a lock here in front of me, and maybe you can talk me through it.
Yeah, what kind of lock is it?
Um, well, it looks like a pretty standard office door lock.
Mm-hmm. How many pins is it? Do you know?
Honey, how do I know how many pins are in there?
If you know, you know.
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm calling you. And I just groan and like get down on my knees in front of this door and I'm like take my cell phone flashlight and like shine it into the lock. What are the pins? How do I know?
Yeah. It's fine. And remind me, what does your move do again?
So, you can always request a scene. You can call on them for help, in which case you take advantage on any die rolls.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, he kind of walks you through the basics and is like, just
Honey,
don't get caught.
honey, that's a 7-pin lock. I can tell.
Excellent. So, meddling move.
Mm-hmm. With advantage.
With advantage. And then I guess composure.
That makes sense. Yeah.
7, 7, 8.
Okay. So while you are trying to pick this lock, you hear people coming down the hall. You definitely are able to get it unlocked, but as you start to open the door, the footsteps are very, very close. You know that you are going to get caught. Like, you really cannot hide at this point, like what you've done. And as they come around the corner, you see David Chen.
Can I? Well, before they come around the corner, like literally, as I hear footsteps, can I throw my glasses on the floor in front of Marilyn and be like, "Honey, do you find them yet?"
With the door like fully open at this point.
Well, how does
I
he
don't know.
know? I don't know. Okay, I guess it is Miles's office.
Right.
Look, I don't know how that door got open. I tripped over my own shoes and lost my glasses. And Marilyn here was so nice to go down there and pick them up for me because my hips be bad. This back is old, honey, and my knees. Don't even get me started on my knees. I am not as young as I used to be. Um, who is that? Who am I talking to?
And both of you, I guess, Ruby, you might not see as well as Marilyn does without your glasses, but you would see a man in a comfy cardigan and khakis, shiny wingtip shoes, and very poised and practical. And he just says, "What are the two of you doing in Miles' office?"
Honey, who's in an office? I'm looking for my glasses.
Sure. He keeps his office locked, though.
Oh, does he? Oh, well, I wonder how
Someone's
we're.
been in here then.
Oh my goodness.
Marilyn says with like a bobby pin in her hand.
Oh, my hair got a little messed up. Do we know who this person is, or is this just like somebody we've never met?
So this is someone who was on the suspect list.
Mhm.
Ruby would know because they did write down all of this information. David Chen is the voice talent manager, so the one who is managing all of the singing acts.
Oh, is he Cecilia's manager? And yes, I know her name is not Cecilia. Will I still keep calling her Cecilia? Yes.
Yeah. Yes. She would be
Oh.
someone who he would manage. Yes.
Oh, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Celia asked us to look into this terrible murder that happened. Maybe you can help.
Oh,
Oh.
honey, could you also just help poor Marilyn off the ground? and hand me back my glasses. We are not as young as we once was, and you wouldn't leave a poor woman on the ground like that, now would you? You're a gentleman. I say, squinting at him, obviously.
Sure, yes. And holds out his hand and helps you up, Marilyn.
Oh yeah, I
grabs the
put
glasses.
my hand in his, and then as he pulls me up, I stand a little too close to him. Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
So you said Celia. What about her?
She asked us to look into this terrible murder that happened.
Yeah, it's just a tragedy.
Did
And
you
he was
know
so
Nathan?
young. Yeah, he was a fine young man.
Was he often on the stage, backstage?
Well, he's in the family, so just kind of did whatever he wanted.
Just waltzing around?
Well, there was nothing going on at that point. Everything was in the prep stages, but who am I to stop him? I'm just the talent manager, It's not my place.
As a manager, honey, do you handle a lot of contracts?
I mean, for the voice talent, sure.
Would you know of any reason why Nathan might be anywhere near one?
I mean, maybe he was trying to learn the business, We all have to learn different skills sometimes.
Hmm.
So, sorry,
No,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Marilyn.
So David, I mean, Celia, she just has the voice of an angel. I'm kind of surprised that she's still performing here at Bel Canto.
Celia and I used to duet and take the skits at Bel Canto.
Oh my goodness. You sing too?
Oh, well, I used to, but really managing is where it's at. It's where the money is.
I bet you have a beautiful voice. Care to sing me a little something?
Maybe later. It is opening day.
What are you doing on opening day? I mean, I would think that the agent's job is done once the contract is booked.
Well, I'm not an agent, I'm a manager, so just here to make sure everything goes off without a hitch.
Well, it looks like, unfortunately, that's not the case.
Honey, do you?
Nathan?
Right. I mean, that seems like a pretty big hitch, a murder.
Well, a hitch for the Bel Canto, sure. For me, not so much. It really doesn't affect my business.
Honey, would you know where all your you know where all your talent is, don't you?
Of course.
I knew it. See, that's what managers are lacking these days, not knowing what anybody is. So we were just talking, just Marilyn and I. We were just jabbing our jaws, and we were just curious. Do you know where Celia was? I was just trying to look back, and I know it's such like a. I know exactly where I was when this happened. I ain't never been there on murder before, so I was playing bridge with my girlfriends, and that like she goes off on a slight tangent. But anyway, when I found out the news, I damn near lost my hand. Anyway, so I was wondering, do you remember where Celia was at the
Well,
time?
I know where my talent are right now. I don't know where they are at all hours. So it's a bit beyond the scope of my job.
Okay, I was just curious. I've never been into talent management before. If it's anything like retail management, I've had some years of experience with it. If it's anything like retail management, you got to know where your people are at all times. So I didn't realize talent management was a little bit different.
Oh, surely even in retail, people do have their own lives outside of work, right?
You've obviously never worked retail.
David, do you think that Celia had a good contract here? Were you trying to change it, or were you pretty happy with it?
Oh, Celia does a lot of her own negotiating. I do what I can, but she's very particular.
Interesting. So you had I'm surprised. I mean, I guess like Ruby, I don't really know a whole lot about what talent management does, but I'm kind of surprised you wouldn't be involved in the contract.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you do take a percentage, right?
Well, like I said, she really does a lot of her own. I try to do what I can, but she doesn't really listen.
Do most of your clients do their own job? Do your job for you?
Celia is not most clients.
So you had a slightly different relationship with Celia then.
I see you, Leona. Well, I wouldn't call it a relationship, but I do have a fondness for her, I suppose.
Wouldn't call it a relationship.
You did mention you two were partners before. What happened there? I
Well,
do love a good yarn.
Singing partners. That was ages ago. She's gone on to bigger and better things since then.
But she hasn't left you behind. You're still
Well,
her manager.
in name only, really. Bless you.
Sorry. Name only. Interesting. Oh, sorry.
So you were around for that whole Shay debacle.
Yeah.
Ooh, honey, tell me about that. I saw that look.
It's old news. It really doesn't matter. And just seems a little hesitant to discuss it. Like maybe it's a little too personal, maybe.
Oh, if I cross the line, I understand. Sorry, honey, I don't mean to. I'm just naturally curious. It's been my gift and my curse.
Why don't you give me a meddling move?
God, cracker jacks. Let's go. Wait, hang on. Let me figure out
'Cause, I
what
mean,
stat.
If
I'm
anything,
using
this is
first.
definitely meddling. Trying
Oh,
to get the tea.
absolutely. I would say, what would be a good one?
I think this is
Presence?
probably composure or presence, possibly.
Presents? Oh, joy. Okay, not bad. I got a 9.
A 9? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he says I don't, it's opening day. I really don't want to get into it. And just says, is there anything else that I can help you with?
No, you've been so helpful. Thank you so much. I mean, maybe we'll see you later at the gala.
I certainly hope so. And he pulls the door shut. You know that it's still unlocked because you've already done your job, and just goes off to get things ready for opening day. And at this point, you can look around in the office, and you are able to see that there's a lot of just like very uninteresting sort of paperwork, like very much tedious managerial type stuff. But excuse me.
Good butt.
There is an expired bottle of heart medication for Miles Graves, half full but hidden in the office. And that is a clue.
Well, it sounds like this might be one way you could kill somebody if you didn't want it to look like murder.
Yes.
So
Now
who
I'm
was that?
wondering.
Sorry,
I'm
go ahead.
wondering. I'm wondering who here knew Miles had a heart condition.
Well, it seems like most of the family would have known. At least,
Mm-hmm.
well, I mean, certainly Winston, right?
Yes.
So
I'm gonna assume his children would know. So that
Mhm.
would be Nathan's mama and Winston, the uncle.
Teresa and Winston.
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. But why would it be in his office?
Yeah.
Hidden like this?
I'm
Maybe.
gonna say the managers would spend time in an office to negotiate. So that brings Sam back into it. And lovely little David, who did not want to talk about Shay. And if I had a crush on my client who works for herself and still ends up paying me, I wouldn't want to dish.
Yeah, I don't know if any of that is motive for murder, though.
Well, love is always a motive for murder.
But who? Why would he want to murder Miles or Nathan?
An excellent question. I think it does have something to do with that fiance, though.
Um, is does sorry, what is her name again?
Celia?
Rosella
Oh,
Swinton. Does she have an office here, or is she just flitting around doing board stuff?
Oh, definitely would be just here whenever she needs to be, but would not have her own office.
Would Sam have an office?
Possibly. I think you can assume being a managing director. Yeah, pretty likely.
You ready for some more breaking and entering?
if all of these doors locks are the same, absolutely.
Fantastic. With that, let's cut back over to our other two. Now, after doing some pickpocketing, Elizabeth, what is your next objective? What are you up to?
I think we should find like an aside for Nellie and I to go over the new acquired item.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my, this is quite heavy.
That looks quite
There's so
expensive.
many gadgets and gizmos. It doesn't look like mine. Mine still flips.
Oh, lucky girl. Yes, I think I have one like that. Okay, well, we better try it.
I try to open it.
Yeah. I mean, again, there's nothing inside other than the engraved initials.
In the phone?
Oh,
What are we
sorry,
looking
the
at?
phone. The phone. My bad. Talking about flipping, I was thinking of the locket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely locked. I would say that's definitely going to be a meddling move to try and unlock.
Or could I? Would this apply to my being an Encyclopedia Brown and knowing, like, having seen a tutorial on how to unlock a phone that is locked, or I don't know, for reasons that I may have locked my phone by putting in the wrong password 1,000 times?
You know what? I love that. Yes, I will allow it.
So like I punch in a combination, I hold like the side button, I turn it upside down to reset the like gyros inside of it, and then I take the case off and I blow on the back a few times.
Nelly just kind
And
of
then I
walks
plug it
like,
into like my little portable battery that's like gigantic, taking up like half my purse.
I love that. Yeah. So with your Maven move, are you just able to like know how to do something?
I
I've
will
looked at it,
look
but
it
I've
up
slept
for you
since.
and read it out to you. Technically not quite that way. So the way the book, the way the move is described is that it introduces a clue using trivia.
Oh, okay. Give me some cell phone trivia, Sam.
Well, did you know that the original phone concept came from Star Trek? And do you know who saved Star Trek? That's Lucille Ball. Everybody loves Lucy. Phones.
Lucille Ball was involved with Star Trek?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a real
Oh,
fact.
It's a real
That is fact.
that is
That's
fact.
absolute fact.
That is true. No, that is very, very true. That's a very good point. We do love a good episode of Star Trek. Wow. Isn't it amazing how our world is shaped by Star Trek?
All I know is
Really?
I'd rather get those kinds of injections. The hypo.
Ah, yes, 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 yes. Wasn't sure if we were talking about the same thing there. They weren't.
Real world collectible. I've got 6 at home. They don't really work.
Really? Oh.
I mean, they light up.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So, Elizabeth, as you unlock this phone, you find some notes about the family. Seems like they are notes taken maybe while other people didn't know that she was listening.
Hmm.
But you can also hear an argument nearby about a buyout of the Bocanto.
Ooh.
Like happening right now around us?
I wouldn't say around you. It's a little bit distant, maybe in like one of the back rooms.
I think that's worth sneaking over to. I mean, it's interesting that she's taking notes about the other people, but she could also, like, I guess I'll do this in character. It is certainly interesting that she's taking notes about her relatives. On the one hand, though, considering how self-absorbed she is, I don't know if it's entirely suspicious, considering she probably just wants juicy drama for her YouTube channel.
But don't you remember that last time that we were tracking down what was that woman who killed that dog to cover up the fact that she didn't kill the daughter of this, you remember?
Yes.
Right. So it's just like that. When we got to take this, and if we need to like deflect, or we could post to that ghost account and make that public information, we can do it with this.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's good. I think we should sneak to find that argument, though, that's happening. Do you hear that?
I turn my hearing up to max.
Yeah. So like I said, it seems to be an argument about buying out the Bocanto, the concert
I
hall.
also hit record
Yes. Oh my
on
God.
her
Yes. Hit
phone?
record.
on the phone, on her phone. Yeah.
You might as well.
Okay. I think
Buying
it's
an
far
argument.
enough
Can
away. Oh, go ahead.
I would like to sneak closer. Is kind of what I want to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would say you're able to do that pretty easily.
Okay.
And Elizabeth, you try to hit record, and realistically, the argument is far enough away, like you can hear it. The cell phone's having a hard time picking it up. It really doesn't pick up anything. You know, like a lot of times the recording apps will show you the like waveform, and it seems to mostly be picking up your footsteps.
I still record.
I love it.
She's gonna get her phone back later and be like, "What
Like,
is this?"
The memories just
Unless
maxed
she's in
out into
jail.
footsteps.
I accidentally
True.
hit live stream instead. Just like ruffling in the skirt pocket. And like,
Somehow, that's her most viewed video.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, trust the internet to go nuts for something bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you sneak closer, excuse me, as you sneak closer, you hear these voices more clearly. It's hard to tell because they're talking about a lot of like technical stuff as far as the buyout goes, a lot of just like jargon. But you do see that the people arguing, one appears to be Sam Cass, and the other you have not seen today, but because it is a pretty well-known staple of Brindlewood Bay, you would recognize Howard Hawley, who is the sort of marketing representative of the Holly Stamp Card Company.
What's the vibe? So clearly lots of jargon being thrown around, but what are they saying? Like we're kind of standing in kind of a quieter corner, I assume. Like we're
Mhm.
out of eye shot, but we're in earshot and we're just kind of listening, you know?
Yeah, and it's very much, it's not like a shouted argument, it's like a loud whisper more than anything. And it sounds like Howard is trying to buy out the Bocanto, and Sam is not happy about that.
Sam is trying to buy out the Bocanto. Okay.
No, Howard is trying to
Oh,
buy out
Howard.
the Bocanto. Sam is not happy about it because I don't think that he and Howard get along all that well.
Okay. Um,
Do you want to keep listening, or do you want me to work magic?
no. Let's keep listening. Let's see what we can figure out. Give it another minute. Let's see.
You don't really get anything else because eventually the argument just sort of dies off with the two men going their separate ways.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I didn't mean to lose the opportunity there, Elizabeth. Who do you think we should talk to? What kind of magic do you want to work?
Well, we already kind of know Sam. No, we don't. We haven't met this person. What's Sam? Chase the jiggly one.
Which one
So
is
Sam-
that
That's
I think
it.
that's Sam Castle's described as nervous and jiggly.
Mhm.
one? Okay. Yeah.
Also,
Jittery? Maybe it's supposed to be jittery, and I wrote jiggly. I am sorry.
Jolly.
Oh, no, jiggly. Yeah. It definitely describes his belly as like a bowl full of jelly.
Okay. Let's go after Sam.
Also, the notes in the phone are a clue as well. Just FYI.
Yeah.
So that's 2 clues.
Oh, sorry. What's the second clue?
The
So we
argument.
have the argument, but we
Oh,
also have
yeah.
the notes about the family in Alexandria's phone.
Mhm.
Okay. Those are unrelated.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Or are they?
And I will say, maybe Elizabeth, since you already got into the phone, while you're trying to like eavesdrop on this argument, if you're still sort of skimming through, you do notice there are a few different comments about Nathan being illegitimate.
Ooh.
That's some tea.
I forward that to the group chat.
From
I love how
Alex's
that's the
phone?
thing.
No,
Like,
on my
that's the
phone.
one
On my
thing.
phone. It's like
Yeah.
T9, so I'm still like, it's taking me a while to like.
Okay, while you're doing that, I can I guess get the ball rolling with Sam. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think it makes more sense to talk to Sam than Howard. So yeah. I'll kind of start chasing after him.
We
That's
did
who we're
already
going.
talk to Sam, right?
But Nellie wouldn't know that necessarily.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Oh, did we?
You and so Ruby and Marilyn have already talked to Sam. We didn't get a lot, but that was also before he had a big argument with some dude trying to buy up his club. So
True.
talking to Sam is still a viable option.
Okay.
If we want to metagame it.
I was gonna say y'all would not know that.
Yeah.
Lick.
Well, we would not know that, but the fact that someone is upset about somebody buying something out, I think is enough that like Nellie in character would be like, let's talk to the person that's upset, because like talking to the person that's doing the buying out doesn't make sense. Like that's just somebody who's profiting off a bad situation.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
You know? Or at least that's her logic.
Right.
So
I mean, you could also split up and talk
Yeah.
to each one.
I'm also down to split up. Totally depends on what
I'll like text down the
Elizabeth.
hallway and like go after the marketer.
All right, cool. You're gonna go that way. I'll go this way.
Yep.
Move
So
back up.
Nelly, it's not hard for you to catch up to Sam. While he is hardworking, he's not very fast.
True. I think Nelly actively like gently bumps into Sam, like actively like runs into him intentionally, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to run into you there. I got distracted by my purse."
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Not important.
Are you all right? You look a little. Are you okay?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I've got work to do.
No, I understand, but like, I. d- Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose I should introduce myself. Nelly. I'm here because Celia asked me to ask some questions around.
You're with the others.
Oh, you met some of them already.
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, I'm sorry for whatever they may have done. I know that some of my peers are not the most. Well, they're colorful. I'll put it that way.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And Nelly, you notice his face is a little bit red, and there is a smell of mulled wine on his breath.
Oh. Hmm. Well, I. Do you mind escorting me outside just for a moment? Perhaps we could talk. I could use a breath of fresh air. What do you think?
You know,
I know you're a terribly busy man. Just a moment. I am a little bit lost, I do confess.
yeah, I could use some fresh air.
Let's go. And she'll offer her arm up like a lady. And hopefully he'll take it and hopefully they can kind of just skedaddle outside.
Oh yeah, he is, as was mentioned earlier, an older man, probably close in age with some of you. And yeah, just when you hold your arm out, you see his face gets a little bit redder, and he just like takes your arm and goes outside.
Thank you. I feel a little better now that I'm out here. It was getting a little heated in there, don't you think?
Well, if nothing else, it's cooler out here.
Yes.
Plus, the company's a lot nicer.
Oh, wow. Thanks. Gosh, I wasn't prepared for. And she's like kind of hamming it up a little bit, and she's just like, "Well, you're very sweet."
And as you say that, Nelly, it starts to snow. The fat, heavy snowflakes, just very like slow, almost like a Christmas movie, just like a magical Christmas miracle.
Well. Wonders never do cease.
This is much nicer than being inside.
Definitely. I I hate to ruin a magical moment, but I did happen to see that you seem to be in an argument with someone. Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, Howard. Yeah,
Howard.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, who is he? Well, I mean, not who is he? He's obviously the sponsor, but what does he want with all of this stuff? He's just a sponsor.
Mm.
Why is he getting involved?
I would say, I feel like this is going to be a meddling move.
Oh yeah, absolutely. By all means. By all means. I got distracted by my purse. Yep. I just
Very
sometimes she
distracting.
has sometimes she absolutely has hers. Let me take a look at my character sheet. Yeah, can I argue that she's rolling with composure?
Oh,
She's
definitely.
she's definitely being very composed and like regardless of what she might have opinions of this man, she's going to use that Riz for everything she's got.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, she's the one who's staying a little bit more like cool, calm, and collected, whereas he's a little bit more maybe upset still.
yeah. So that's 2d6 plus 2, basically.
Yep.
So I rolled a 5 and a 3.
Okay, so a 10 total.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Uh, he says, I've been here a long time, and I know, if Howard buys out Bocanto, he's not going to let me stay on.
Well, that's just it. What did Howard want with the Bocanto anyways?
Money, same as anybody.
Oh, these business types, they don't appreciate art. You can see she gets a little bit pouty about it too, because she's a painter and this man manages this building, and they're both like artists in their own right. And she's just like milking it for all it's worth.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think he just takes a minute and just sort of like looks off in the distance. I guess maybe it's not such a bad thing. You know, I'm getting older. Maybe I could just settle down, retire.
I mean, that is always a nice thing to do.
But you know, like you said, they really just don't understand. They don't get it.
They don't. They really don't. I really hope he doesn't buy it. You do seem very nice after all. I'll be ashamed to lose another important place of the arts. They'll run it to the ground. I know they will. Oh, she's like
Hmm.
so upset about it.
I think he would probably go to like put his arm around you to try and comfort you.
Oh, oh, you're such a dear. I'm all right. I just get very protective over the arts. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I needed to talk to someone.
Well,
I
you
can't
can
really talk
always
to
talk.
people here, you know.
Well, you can always talk to me, and if you ever feel like painting a painting, I'm sure you could come visit too.
I'm gonna laugh, Star, since you will understand this reference. If this is the second game that has like erotic nude art.
That wasn't even where she was going with it, but I love that
It
we're
was-
heading in that direction.
Yeah, it was just
yeah.
on my mind because it was the last game that I played with Star as the GM.
Headcanon, she doesn't mean it that way, he takes it that way.
Yeah. And Miss Elizabeth, we were gonna go hunt down a marketing manager.
Oh, you there, you there. You look like you're a guy that used to have a mother. Help an old gal out, won't you?
What? What does that even mean?
Look about you. You got one. I'm old, damn it. Help me down this wall.
All right, fine.
I need to take food with my medication, and there's no food this way.
He just rolls his eyes and holds out his arm.
Oh, firm grip. Oh, just like my son.
I don't know what that means.
That's all right. And I like lean most of my weight into him, which is, I don't know, not much anymore. Because in bones now.
That's fair. That's fair. But still,
My
you know.
purse is probably a little bit heavier than I am.
Rocks. So many rocks. Yes, we'll go get you some food, I suppose.
Now, my name's Elizabeth. How's your day going?
It could be better. Could be a lot better.
Better. Oh. Well, maybe I can help. I've lived a long time. I offer advice to those who don't need it.
Well, I certainly don't need it, but thank you. Thank you for the offer.
Oh, and a gentleman. Thanking your elders is very kind.
And you can see he is trying so hard to hide his rolled eyes.
It's a nice suit you got on. It's all checkered and such.
Thank you.
Is that 1,400 thread count?
You know, I didn't ask. Is there
Oh, that kind of money. Also like my son, who doesn't pay a damn dime for my living.
I love Elizabeth so much. Yes, well, the food is just right over there, and I really should get back to work. So,
Food? Did I say food? I thought we said we were gonna go out for a smoke. No,
no,
pack an egg keeps the doctor away.
I don't think that's how the saying goes.
You're right. I got I had to get off the smokes. I got one of those e-cigarettes. You know, if you put E in front of enough things, you know what happens? Do you know what happens to a society that puts E in front of everything?
No, I don't know, but I feel like you're going to tell me anyway.
That's right. Electrifying. That's what happens. Just like their meals in Nam.
Yes, and just like this conversation. And on that note, I really need to leave.
I'd like to slip the phone into his pocket.
Oh, that is for sure going to be a night move. What do you fear will happen if you fuck this up?
As I'm trying to slip this phone in, this like gaudy, like Taylor Swift pop out phone,
Mm-hmm.
it's quite heavy into his pocket. I'm worried that my own purse is going to spill out everywhere. Like medications, my knitting, my encyclopedia.
Not
It's like the
encyclopedia.
abridged version, so it's just like A through G. I'm
important
worried that
stuff.
that's gonna all spill out. I'm worried that he's gonna catch me with this. He's a pretty strong man. We've discovered maybe he could do something inappropriate.
Yeah, I would say it gets even worse because if you were to fail, you're clearly trying to plant some evidence of some sort, and it could really hurt you. So go ahead and give me that roll.
6, 1, and plus 1, so 8.
Oof. Okay. All right. He turns to you, stares daggers, says, "What the hell is this?"
It's my reminder for my medication.
Why is the lock screen? You're working for the family, aren't you?
Is that what you want to call him?
And he didn't take you quite all the way to where food was. He took you most of the way.
Yep.
But this is a fairly quiet hallway. And he pushes you against the wall and says, "You're working for them, aren't you? You're trying to stop the buyout."
What if I was?
With that, he raises his hands and is going to wrap them around your neck. And we're going to cut back over to our other two.
Wow.
Aaron and Ruby.
Oh, I wonder who the murderer is.
Hey, there could be more than one. You never
Mhm.
know.
I
He could have not murdered.
Yeah, I have learned that the hard way.
So I believe we were sneaking into Sam's office.
Yes,
Mhm.
because this man hasn't been through enough.
Yeah. Feeling kind
get
of
him.
bad for him now.
It's okay. He's getting some feminine healing kind of affection right now. I'm sure he'll
Oh,
survive.
really? Really?
Okay. I didn't
Not
realize it
like
was
that.
those kind of
Like,
I
walks.
was gonna
you
say
know,
this
Like,
escalated very
hey.
quickly.
Jesus, not in public.
You're
Just a little
old. What
bit
are they
more.
gonna do?
Yeah. Are they gonna arrest you? No.
Um. So yeah, Casper feels bad. Ruby doesn't give a flying. So
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go. Let's
Yeah.
break into Sam's office.
Absolutely. Why don't you give me a meddling move, whoever would like to do
I want to try it.
that? I love the idea that that's just Ruby in character.
Let me see. I'm gonna do it with reason.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because last time I knew how many tumblers there were. No one
Mhm.
asked any questions. It's gonna
And
stay
you
that
were
way.
watching, you know.
Yeah. Ooh, I got doubles. That is 8 total.
8 total?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are able to unlock this door. But there's no window, so you don't know what's inside until you open the door. And inside, excuse me, inside, you see, like right before you open the door fully, the shadow of a person. There's clearly someone already in there.
Okay. My immediate reaction is to push the door with as much as hard as I can
Okay.
and
Marilyn,
act like
what do
I'm
you-
stumbling when I come.
Yeah. Marilyn, what about you? What are you doing?
I think I think probably like when she was walking in and she thrust the door open, I think I was like right behind her because I was nervous about getting caught. So I think as she stumbles in, like I just plow like right into her back and also stumble in the door.
Amazing.
Just a bunch of clumsy old ladies. It's nothing.
Mhm, mhm. Inside
Nothing.
is Teresa Horn, Miles's daughter, Nathan's mother, who appears to be caught red-handed snooping around inside of Sam's locked office, and looks at the two of you and says, "Who the fuck are you?"
Language.
Excuse me.
Breaking and entering.
Well, I see that you are already here snooping around.
I'm
So who
sorry, ma'am. Is
started
this
it?
your office?
Excuse me, do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
No, I have no clue.
Exactly.
I am Miles's daughter.
My condolences. I'm sorry.
You seem very sorry.
You came at me with attitude. I reflect energy.
You broke into this office.
Well, how
I
did you
did.
get in?
I'm Miles's daughter. Of course, I have a key
To Sam's office.
to everything.
Mm.
I mean,
Well,
now that my father's gone, of course, it's all going to go to me, logically.
how do you figure that? Is there a will? You seen it?
Well, I was pretty close with Dad, and you know he'd been starting to fade for a while. But you know,
Yo,
it doesn't matter whether I've seen the will or not. I know Dad, and I know it was coming to me.
your brother seems to be under the impression it was going to him since he's the oldest.
Yes, the oldest, the one always trying to suck up and trying to be just like dear old Dad. Even started dressing like him. It's like he doesn't even have his own personality. He's just a carbon copy.
What do you think about your son's assertion that somebody murdered your father?
What do I think about it?
Yeah, do you
I
think
think
it was true?
I think whether it's true or not, someone killed him.
Right. So it
And
seems like if somebody wants to kill him, that would be a pretty good reason. You're not curious?
I mean, of course, I'm curious about who killed my son, but I don't know that I believe my father was murdered. It just doesn't make sense. He was an old man.
I'm I know this has been rough for you. I apologize for coming on a little harshly. Um, it's been a trying time, and I fell into this room, and I was wondering, i- with all the things that were happening in your family, with you mourning your father and now your son, do you know who was close to Nathan? If he had any close friends around here, or enemies?
Enemies?
I don't know. From what I hear, he's a charming young man, but
Well, of
appa-
course he is. But no, no, he didn't have any enemies. Don't be ridiculous.
I'm just curious, who would ever want to hurt such a lovely young boy?
How would I know?
Yo, his mother.
Of course, but doesn't mean that I know everything he does, and
Are
especially
you not close with your children? I'm so sorry. That is a personal question. I just, from my experience, uh, parents tend to know a lot about their children and want to find out when, terrible things happen to them. But that's just me. I'm so sorry. I don't
he
mean to
he is grown,
assume.
was grown, and I don't know why he would say such a daft thing, especially at Dad's funeral. I have no idea. But now he's dead too, so may all our days be happy and bright, right? That's rich.
Do I smell alcohol on this woman? Like,
No,
is
no,
she any kind of under any influence?
no. She seems more just out of sorts than anything. Likely because her dad and her son just died within the last week.
Mm-hmm.
Do
I
you
do understand.
suspect Sam of something? Why are you even in here looking around? What are you
Well,
looking for?
again, this is all going to be mine, so it doesn't really matter, right?
Well, I mean,
If
there's
I own the
the
place,
practicality of you owning the place, and then there's why would you ever need to go into the managing director's office when he's not there and look around his stuff?
well, if I own the place, logically I can go wherever I need to go, right?
Right, I'm not talking about can, I'm more talking about why.
And who are you to question why I'm doing these things? You're
Why
just
won't you answer the question? It is a simple question.
because this is all mine, and I don't need to answer
Well,
to
not
anyone
yet.
outside of the family, outside of the Bocanto.
What?
You're just a couple of
wh-
old ladies.
I just have, yes, you keep mentioning that. And you're very young and very annoying right now. Um, with this being all yours, as you keep repeating, I may be old, but I'm not hard of hearing, sweetie. So you don't have to keep saying it. Um, you would know about contracts, would you not?
She narrows her eyes and says, "I'd be very careful with whatever you say next."
What you gonna do, honey? That I ain't already been through.
As you say that, Ruby, she pulls out a revolver.
Let's go.
And with that, let's check in with our friend Nellie in the most peaceful of
Not in any danger, picked the safest route.
Mhm, mhm.
Probably is busy having a smooch with Sam. And she goes, "Thank you. This was lovely, but I should go check on my friend Elizabeth."
Yes, you probably should do that. She seemed, yeah, she seemed interesting.
Yeah. Um. Hopefully, I see you around.
Well,
I know
you know
you've
where to find
got.
me.
I know you've got a lot to do, but I'll find you.
And he just winks and goes back inside.
Beautiful.
Ooh, you got a
And with
wink.
that, Nellie will take off in the direction she saw Elizabeth going.
Yeah, so maybe give it a few seconds before you go back inside yourself, and then
Yeah.
you head in the direction that you saw her going. I would say it takes a little bit. And Elizabeth, you don't have a lot of strength to fight back. This, as you pointed out, is a much younger, much stronger man who has a lot of advantages over you. And you feel yourself fading. You feel everything starting to go black. As Nellie, you see this scene. You see this man strangling your friend.
I open the basket. Daisy, now! Attack that man! Listen. Attack cat's gonna attack cat.
Absolutely.
You kidding me?
I would like
Are
for
you
you to
kidding
give me a night move roll, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what do you fear will happen if you fail?
I fear if Daisy and I fail, that that Elizabeth will get seriously hurt. Um, and potentially I and Daisy might also get hurt, is kind of the gist of it.
Yeah, it is worse than you think, because he will kill Elizabeth, maybe even Daisy, and probably you as well.
Yeah, that's true. Um, It says when I use my pet to
Mhm.
get I can, when I use your cat to get an advantage on a roll, leave it unmarked. So I will leave my kitty cat unmarked,
Excellent.
and I will use them to gain some advantage in this situation as I quickly try to figure out what it is. Do I get to also pick my stat?
Yes. And sorry, I'm laughing at Casper's comment in the chat about feral pussy.
That's
I was
funny.
waiting for someone to notice.
I know. Oh my god. Okay. So I'm rolling with advantage. So does that mean that I roll 2d6 twice?
You would roll 3d6 and take
Okay.
the two highest.
Okay. I would like to argue composure again. I think Nellie is doing her best to keep super calm in this situation, like calm, collected, prepared.
I don't know that I would agree with you on that.
Fair enough.
I would say this is going to be vigor, because this is a physical contest at this point.
So vitality?
Or vitality, yes.
Okay, cool.
One of
Just
those V
making
words.
sure. Okay, one of the V words. All right. Well, good thing I'm rolling with advantage because I have a 0 in vitality.
I mean, y'all are old.
I'm glad I took the advantage. I rolled a 6, a 1, and a 1, so 7.
Oh no. Oh, okay. So I will remind you that you have options here.
Okay.
We could use the cut to commercial, in which case I will give you a prompt and you have to narrate a commercial in order to increase this from a not great to a full success.
Okay.
You could also potentially use your crown if you really wanted. It would be a mixed success, but it's up to you.
Let's cut to commercial. Let's cut to commercial.
Okay. All right. And I need to look that up because I forgot to have that prepared, even though this is my favorite move.
It's all right. That happens.
Yeah. I really love the cut to commercial, though. It's so much fun. So give me just a second while I find our prompts.
I'm so nervous. In the good way, though.
Unless, Star, you just happen to know where they are and can point me in the right direction, because I don't remember now.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the move where you're like, oh, you remember that one
That would be the crown.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and that is
Just-
still an option.
Cool. Just asking for myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fair enough.
You might need it. You might need it.
I had a gun pulled on me. I'm 75 years old. You know how many guns Ruby's had pulled on her in her entire life?
Well,
No,
you
fair
did.
enough.
You did say, what can you do that hasn't already happened? All right.
Well said.
Here we go. Okay. Cool. Okay. Leona, your
Yes.
prompt. Please give me a commercial about Mike, the Gorilla Murphy, attorney at law.
Okay. Do you have legal trouble right now? Listen, you don't want to be monkeying around. You need to call Mike, the gorilla, the eternity. He's the one. He's the man who's got it all for you. If you don't want to have no bananas working on your team, you know who to call. 1-800-GORILLA. You call Mike.
Amazing. I love that so much.
That
And-
was so good. Oh my
So
God.
good. Oh my god.
There's a moment when you unleash your feral pussy, as Casper said, where you think that the worst is going to happen. You think that it's too late, and you're very much feeling like Elizabeth is a goner. But Daisy pounces, jumps right on his face, and starts clawing the ever-loving shit out of him.
Good girl,
And
Daisy.
Elizabeth, you find yourself crumpled on the floor,
Yeah.
maybe blacked out for a second or two. It's fine. You don't need all of those brain cells, right?
It takes me back to my dead husband when he was alive.
Oh, no.
It was consensual. It was consensual.
Oh.
Thank you. That makes
it
it
started off so
significantly-
great, and then it just really went downhill.
Makes it significantly
I will scurry to Elizabeth, make sure she's not like dying, and then I will straighten up. And has this man, this is Howard, right?
Mhm.
Has he like crumpled to the floor because of this cat on his face?
No. So, as you are going to check on your friend, you hear the yowl as Daisy is tossed, and he runs, just sprints as fast as his wingtip shoes will allow.
Ugh. That bastard. Come here, Daisy. Oh, you did such a good job. Oh, good girl. Oh, you poor thing. Did he throw you? How rude. Oh, she gives Daisy a bunch of scritches and like a couple of extra treats, and then deposits Daisy back into the basket.
Of course.
That's the reason why she carries Daisy, just to be safe. Daisy's very
small
good
man.
at basic commands. And then she'll go, "Oh, Elizabeth, are you all right? What was that about?"
Thank you. You know,
She pulls out a
I
bottle
hear-
of water from her purse and hands it to Elizabeth.
Didn't help much, but thank you anyway.
I hear tuna's good for cats, and I pull out like a little snack pack with like the crackers and like, the tuna.
She'll very much appreciate that.
I was following up on. He said I was part of the family when I tried to frame him with the phone. He got real upset about the buyout and thought I was trying to stop him for the family. He went all murderous on me.
Well, I guess he really wants to buy this place out then. Oh, do you think it would be motive enough for him to commit murder of perhaps 2 other men?
You know what they say about murderers? They don't age well, unlike antiques.
Is that what they say?
Who's they?
I don't know. You said it's what they said.
Right.
And while the two of you are discussing the questionable sayings of people and who they may be, you notice that something was dropped in this tussle between Daisy and Howard. There is a tear-stained sheet music page for I'll Be Home for Christmas, with the last page missing.
Tear-stained sheet music for I'll Be Home for Christmas.
With the last page missing.
Why is there a page missing?
Was the last page romantic?
I don't remember.
I was going to say, I don't remember the lyrics.
Yeah. I sing to like the whole song.
Like, I'm genuinely gonna Google it right now.
Which is also probably Nelly in the moment.
Yeah, she kind of digs it up. I'll Be Home for Christmas lyrics. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Well, I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow, mistletoe, and presents under the tree. Nothing spectacular over there. I don't know why the last page is missing and why there are tears. I mean, reasonable to be crying, but why would he have it?
Why indeed? What key is it in?
I don't know. I think you read sheet music better than I do. I'm only an art painter, not really a singer.
This is curious. It's supposed to be in C major, and this is clearly in a minor key. It's been transposed.
Le quel horreur. Say, I have a wild theory. What if Howard is trying to buy this place out for someone? Whoever is going to be singing I'll Be Home for Christmas. What if this is his girlfriend's papers? If his girlfriend is a singer, and he's trying to buy the place out so that the girlfriend can have the place. I surely don't think he's singing I'll Be Home for Christmas.
And who doesn't have a contract?
Celia?
Maybe?
Maybe.
Casper is screaming at this point at these women. Ruby has her own issues, but Casper is screaming at the screen.
And you know, a while ago, you did mention, after doing some questioning, to meet back up at the main stage. It's been a while.
The green room, I think we thought. Or did we agree on the main stage?
True.
The green
Yeah.
room is what we agreed.
Well, Elizabeth, I suppose you and I should text all this information to the group chat and we should make our way back.
On it.
5 years later.
Oh, dear God. How about you start walking and I'll start texting?
Ruby,
Yes.
you and Marilyn both can hear your phones go off because, let's face it, usually older people have very loud ringtones on their phones.
Mm-hmm.
And you are faced with this revolver, and this woman just says, "Give me your phones."
Uh-oh.
Can I remember a time I actually read or had the audiobook version of Delacroix dances at night?
What are you attempting to do here?
I want to. What are the moves that I can do? I was reading them. Have a flashback of. Oh wait, no, a scene in present day showing a private side very few get to see.
Oh, I meant with using your move. What are you trying to do?
I want to try and disarm the girl.
I
Yeah.
would say let's roll your night move first, because you
Okay.
might not need to use that. I
Okay.
don't want you to waste that if you don't have to.
Fair
'cause
enough.
You might still get murdered.
Hey, at least I'm gonna go out swinging. So, what is the night move?
So it's just another move. You can, I would say, probably here, because you're trying to do something physical. Use the vitality, please.
Yeah. Okay, Dice. This is what you've been waiting for. Don't kill me.
And while you're rolling, what specifically do you fear will happen if you cannot disarm her in time?
That the shot will go off and either hit me or Marilyn.
Oh.
I fear more that it'll hit Marilyn because I'm moving around and doing stuff. And I would feel hella guilty.
Oh, it's worse because at this point it would be both of you who get shot.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Don't really have to worry about that because guess who rolled some doubles? I got a
What'd you
12.
get? Oh, hell yeah.
Try and kill me.
Amazing.
Woo!
Yeah, so you are able. Actually, please tell me how you disarm her.
So, you know how I keep mentioning my little girlfriend. Turns out she's
Mhm.
a cop. And she taught me self-defense.
Okay.
And for some reason, she is very scared of me going out and getting held up at knife point or gunpoint because I am fine for my age. So she taught me how to disarm and turn it back on the assailant, like Jason Statham in that one movie,
Okay.
which I always find a very neat trick whenever I play with my grandkids because I do it with their water guns all the time.
Makes sense.
Do not mess with Grandma Ruby.
Yeah, so you are able to take this gun without either of you being harmed. Seems like maybe she loses her nerve. You know, you are just two old ladies, right? And yet, you are somehow faster than she was expecting. And as you take the gun from her, she drops out of her pocket, falls this set of rings, emerald rings. The box is very plain, just like something cheap that you would get to store something like that in. But these rings are very ornate, and there is a note inside that says "Payment in full."
So I'm gonna hold the gun on her because she
Mhm.
held it on me, and as I said before, Ruby mirrors energy. All right, honey. Now you want to talk like civilized folks, or do you want to get down and dirty?
I suppose I don't have much choice now, do I?
Marilyn, I've got her if you want to go pick up whatever she just dropped down there.
Yeah, I'll reach down and pick it up.
And I think, Marilyn, you probably hear your phone go off again.
Okay, I'll look at the I'll open the box first. That's more important. So I open the box, see the rings and the note. So who are you paying off?
And she just rolls her eyes and says, "It's too late now. You can't do anything about it. It's already
Too
taken
late.
care
Too late now because you killed your father? Or did you kill your son? Or was it both?
of. Why would I kill either of them?
Well, you
It's
tell me. You're the
ridiculous.
one holding a gun on my friend here.
Why? Yeah, why are you holding a gun, holding up two little old ladies?
Because the two of you broke in here. I felt threatened.
Honey, I am 75 years old.
You're holding a gun on me now.
Only because I mirror energy.
This bitch.
So, Marilyn, as you're doing this, you do check your phone and you see, what would Elizabeth have said? Or I guess is Nellie sending the text? Nellie, what would you have said in your text?
Well, Nelly would have mentioned everything that they have found so far, like talking to well, the shattered gold locket, the notes in Alexandria's phone, that she really doesn't kind of suspect Alexandria, that they spoke to what's his name, Winston, and that he assumes that he's gonna get the like he's gonna be in the will. She's kind of written off Alexandria, and then she kind of talks about how Sam doesn't seem like a big deal. He seems pretty chill. The tear stained music, and most importantly, that Howard and Holly decided to hurt Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole info dump in there, you know?
Oh my
It's a-
word.
What's
Uh,
happening?
well, sounds like we've got some other problems to deal with. How do you suppose we deal with this problem?
As long as she answers my question, she won't be a problem. Isn't that right, sweetie?
There's no stopping it. Like I said, it's already done.
What is already done? Stop being vague. You are a grown woman. Use
What are you
your
gonna do,
big girl
shoot me?
words.
Well,
What are they
it's
gonna
getting
do?
more and more likely with your attitude.
What are they gonna do? Again, I am 75 years old. You think they're gonna give me a life sentence? Marilyn will tell him, you are gonna shoot me. This is self-defense, honey.
I don't think it's self-defense if you take someone's gun and then you interrogate them.
Well, I guess you'd have to be here to know that.
Marilyn, are you responding to this text at all?
Not yet. I feel like this is a little too tense right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, this is too much going on.
She just says, "What? Do you want me to tell you our whole plan? No. Shoot me.
What do you know about Howard?
What
Holly?
about him? What about him?
Well, is he usually known for choking out old ladies?
Don't know him that well."
That's
Okay.
too bad.
This girl is actually ticking me off. So
Yeah.
she's starting to get on Casper's nerves. So Ruby's gonna like take one step forward and just cold cock her with the gun.
Okay.
Look, Ruby's from these streets, all right?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say give me a night move.
Okay.
Oh my God, Ruby! What?
This is the vitality thing, and I don't think I'm gonna get that
Mhm.
lucky again. Yeah, no, it's I can math. Cool. It's a 9.
Okay.
Not great, but not.
Yeah, with a mixed success. I think she is able to similarly come at you, but instead of like disarming you and taking the gun back, it falls to the floor and goes off.
Whew.
Does
So
it hit anyone?
it does not.
Can I grab it?
Well, first let's cut back to Eileen Elizabeth, who, as you are going to the green room, you hear a gunshot ring through the Bocanto.
Hey, Elizabeth, how recovered are you? Oh, okay. We'll take my arm and we'll go as quickly as we can. How about that?
Power walking.
Speed walking, and
Yeah.
we're walking.
Mhm. And you are not the only ones who are going in that direction. Obviously, there is a lot of just chaos as people are running screaming, but you see Sam is headed in that direction. Maybe not very quickly, maybe not very much in a straight line, but headed in that direction. You do not see Howard headed in that direction, but you do see Winston as well.
While I'm, I guess, wrestling with or like having a standoff with
I think probably wrestling is fair.
yeah, cool. While I'm wrestling with Teresa, I'm gonna start screaming, she's trying to kill me.
Which now you
Help!
do have some
Help! She's trying
legitimacy.
to kill me.
So, Nellie and Elizabeth, as you arrive on the scene, you see your friend probably is on top of this woman at this point, but it's maybe an even fight, but right now Ruby seems to be not losing.
Not exactly winning.
And Marilyn, you want to try and go for the gun, but every time you do, somebody's like fist comes very near your face, or a kick comes close to your shin. And you're like, maybe not.
Daisy girl, you got another one in ya?
Just Daisy goes and picks up the gun in her mouth.
Yeah. Best cat in the world. Smart enough.
So everybody's in the room now.
Yes, including Sam and Winston.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruby, at this point, would you get off of this woman, or would you continue just wrestling?
I would
trying to...
when Sam and Winston, like when the others start entering the room, I'm going to give up my position, hoping that she will look like the aggressor that she is in the situation. I know how to play white women. Let's go.
I'll like also like help with this by going like, oh my god, she's hurting her. Can you believe she attacked an old woman?
What
Thank you, Marilyn.
the hell's going on here now?
Yeah, Sam kind of stumbles in and says, "What the hell is this? Why are you all in my office?"
Help me! She's gonna kill me!
She shot at Ruby.
Like, I'm gonna
Sam
say
goes
that
over-
Daisy like runs away from everybody else with the gun. Like the
Mhm.
gun is well and away.
Yeah.
Well, considering my clever little cat ran away with the gun, I don't think we need to worry about anyone getting shot. Now, is everyone going to behave in here?
Oh, we didn't do anything wrong.
Get her
No, not
off
you.
me!
Not you, Marilyn. You're delayed, but I really would like everyone in this room to be civil. And she's looking at everyone that's also just entered too. Like
Right.
she is setting a stage right now because she doesn't trust anybody here to not suddenly whip out a gun or throw hands, right?
Except maybe Sam.
Except maybe Sam. So yeah, she's kind of very like daggers in her eyes at everyone. Like, is everyone going to behave themselves now?
Winston, get your sister.
You heard the lady. Get your sister.
Yeah, and Winston is already in the process of helping her up off the ground.
Elizabeth, oh my god, your neck.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we have Howard to thank for that.
Where is Howard?
That is a good question. Where is Howard?
Not Elizabeth, my bad. Teresa. Teresa will know.
How would I know? I have no idea where he is.
She said whatever happened, it's too late. She tried to kill me.
Well,
So at
Teresa,
this
it sounds
point-
like you've got some explaining to do.
Well, at this point, it sounds like y'all are ready possibly to do some theorizing,
Yeah.
which means we need to sort out your clues.
Okay.
So you have enough clues to be able to do this, but I need you all to tie them all together. Tell me how they all relate to the crime. If you can do that, or if you can explain how they are some kind of red herring, or just unrelated in whatever way, then they count towards your total.
Okay,
I
so we
mean,
just-
I think Howard and Teresa are like in it together.
Yeah.
Teresa knew she couldn't get into that, wasn't in the will, so she worked with Howard to get around Winston so that they could kill Miles, and she could get the and Howard could buy it out so that she could take over.
But why kill her son? That's the only bit that's
I
weird.
think,
Somebody else could have killed the son.
yeah,
True.
see, I think it was still Howard, but he was like two-timing Teresa with Celia, or Celia just did it on her own to kill Nathan. And that's why he had like the sheet music, the tear stained sheet music, because he found like because Celia found out Howard was literally just like, she negotiated out of her contract, she was about to get a new one, and she was like, she found out that Howard was going to dump her like a lead balloon to be with Teresa and run that company, or to run the gala and that whole situation um off on their own, because that looked better on paper. She's like, nah, bitch. And then Nathan found out while they were arguing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Celia. Sorry, Howard Howard was cheating on Teresa with Celia and was going to run off with Celia.
No.
Okay.
He was gonna. He was like using Celia to kind of get a handle on it, I guess, or like have a way in. I think he was cheating on Celia with Teresa, and
Mm.
would dump Teresa, not would dump Celia to be with Teresa, because he seems like a money grubbing SOB. So
I also think the rings are because Teresa is planning to propose to Howard.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
like
I
that.
think for me, like I think of it as like the opposite. Like Teresa and Howard had a deal. They were in a relationship. They were gonna get married. That's what the rings were for. Like the deed is done, or I forget what it was. Payment in full is like thank you for taking out Miles for me. Now I can be the head. But then Howard cheated on Teresa with Celia, hence the tear-stained sheet music. And so just my idea is that it's in the reverse.
I could also see that, and I think that actually makes more sense that he would, because he's part of the company that's been sponsoring this gala for years, so him and Teresa probably grew up together. So those two probably would have gotten together, and then he fooled around with Celia because she was an up and coming talent. That's where the teared contract came from, because she was about to discuss it with Nathan, and it kind of just got out of hand. And so I think Howard killed Nathan by bashing him in the back of the head, which is hard to explain to the woman who you're trying to marry.
Yeah, I could see that. I think that makes
Yeah.
sense.
That makes
What
sense
else?
to me. I think
He also is very violent with the choking
Yeah.
Elizabeth out over here. So
yeah. I think the Shattered Gold Locket is kind of a red herring, sort of. Like if it has MG in it, like that's Miles. Unless that was Teresa's somehow.
So Teresa killed Miles, or Howard killed Miles?
I'm gonna say Teresa seems calm and collected to kill Miles, especially
Yeah.
using poison, which is traditionally a woman's weapon. Someone watches way too many true crime podcasts.
Yeah,
And
I
then
agree.
with
Like,
the violent,
Teresa found out she's not in the will. She had this locket of her father, smashed it in anger, poisoned her father.
yes,
Yes.
with his heart meds, or like with his
Yes.
expired heart meds.
Yes.
And then put that in Sam's office to frame him, and that's what she was looking for when we caught her.
Yes.
We figured it out.
Yeah.
Watch Rain tell us no. That's all.
Well, so
now we
we
there's
still need
canon
Elizabeth's 2
solution.
cents. Come on, hold on.
No, that's the thing. There's no canon solution. So whatever y'all come up with is potentially canon if you roll well. So have we checked off everything? Let's see.
The only thing we haven't is the notes about the family, about Nathan being illegitimate.
I mean, that's a red herring though, because that's just
what I was thinking.
That's from our vacuous self-absorbed YouTuber. But that is my 2 cents, and I still want to hear from Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth, what do you think?
Oh,
Put you on the spot.
Well, I think that we're missing a really key factor here, and that Nathan and Sam were actually lovers, and that's why the whole illegitimacy thing came up, because maybe Nathan and him were like drinking buddies, and they were a little bit more than drinking buddies. They were also roommates.
And
That
Nelly
sounds
kind of looks at Sam and is just like, huh?
That sounds like something a teenager would say.
Basically, I agree with everything you say. You're reading my brainwaves. I just want to add something for fun.
That was beautiful.
fair.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was beautiful flavor.
It's great. Nelly's a little confused, but it's fine.
Are we all a little confused?
No, truly.
No, just you.
Truly, it's true.
So, real quick, remind me, because this is always the part that's a little complicated.
Mhm.
So you're rolling plus the number of clues you have confirmed, correct? Or is it you're subtracting that from the complexity?
I think you're subtracting it from the complexity. So the complexity is 6 on this one,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So roll plus the number of clues incorporated into the theory or otherwise explained away. So
Oh, yep. Minus
Yeah.
the complexity. So
yeah.
yes, this one, don't add anything to it. You don't use any of your stats. All you add to it is the 1, because you have that 1 point from your clues gathered.
Mhm.
So whoever would like to roll this, since it doesn't use any stats, it's whoever feels lucky.
Well, I will say actually we don't get a +1. It's just because one of them wasn't explained.
No,
And
you said
there's-
it was a red herring. I mean,
Oh.
that counts.
Oh, does that count? Okay.
Oh, that's what you said before for us. So
Okay.
I'm gonna take that
You
out.
set the precedent. Thank you, Scott.
I got us one more.
Yes.
So who
Playing
wants
the
to
long game, just like any good killer. No.
I'll roll.
roll? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't rolled a whole lot, so.
Go off.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's a 6.
Yay.
So no one actually used their gold crown,
No.
right?
No, our Crown of the Queen, no.
Or
We can
yes,
all-
yeah. You can all, if you all agree, but all of you will have to give me a scene from your Crown of the Queen.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if you're all in agreement to use that in order to succeed on this.
I absolutely am here for using it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Star, since you were the one who rolled, why don't you start us off?
Okay. Okay. So I will say that this is a scene in the present day showing how you satisfy your physical desires. So I'm taking a pottery class from a pottery instructor in town, young new guy, not that young, but younger,
Yeah.
named Sergio. And pottery is so sensual.
I've seen Ghost. I'm aware.
Yeah, and I'm taking a lot of individual classes. It costs a lot of money, but honestly, it's worth it. I'd say things maybe get a little out of hand at one of these pottery sessions as he stands behind me and does the whole ghost thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's my scene.
I love that so much. You know what? And let's go in reverse order from what we did before. So, Nelly, which
Ooh,
are
okay.
you choosing?
I was not prepared. I feel like it would be a cop-out to do a scene in the present day showing a burgeoning romance.
Since we've
No,
already
it's
kind of
not.
seen that.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna do that.
Unless
You
you're
could do
seeing
what
more than
happens
one
after
person.
this, right?
That's true. I was gonna say, or you're seeing more than one person.
Mm.
That's true too. Shoot. An imperfect. I think she's gonna do a scene showing how she was an imperfect mother, and I think it's Nellie. Nellie is South Asian and um an immigrant mother. She's worked very hard her whole life to provide for herself, to provide for her children, to provide for her husband when he was alive. Like, they both worked hard. And it is hard because her children would always get the world. But she had desires of her own too, and it's hard to balance those. And I think there was a time where she, like, her children were a little bit older and, old enough to take care of themselves, and she chose to prioritize herself and treat herself. And I think her children kind of took it badly. And it was just kind of an awkward moment. Like, it wasn't the greatest. Like, Nellie just wants nice things for everybody. And she took this opportunity and it wasn't quite received as well as she thought it would be. And it's, just one of those, like, awkward things that happens. You're not always a perfect mom. You can't always predict what your kids will want, and you think you can balance it all. And that's not life.
Can I give a suggestion for this, or like
Sure.
maybe a direction to it?
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't, because that in and of itself is just being human, right? You're just trying to care for yourself. But maybe a way that it shows that you were an imperfect mother is like you did it at the cost of something. Like maybe one of the kids had, like, I don't know, a recital or like a sports event or something like that you missed because you were treating yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like there was a girls' trip to, like, Vegas or something that happened, and,
Atlantic
like, it
City.
Atlantic City. Yes, there we go. And it just happened to coincide, and, like, yeah, she felt really bad about it, but at the same time, like, she worked really hard for this, and she's like, I'm so sorry, like, I'm just gonna miss this. And she doesn't cancel her plans. She goes on her trip, and she recognizes that she has, like, caused a bit of an impact on her kids by, like, not doing the thing that she's usually so good at doing. But yeah.
My 2 cents. Good for her still.
She tries. It
Yeah.
happens.
All right,
But she
Ruby.
hopes her kids will come around. You never know.
Right. Exactly. Ruby, which one are you going with?
A scene in the present day showing a private side that few get to see.
Excellent.
So we already know that Ruby's pretty active and out there. But what you don't see is that she loves to spend time at home with her 35-year-old girlfriend.
That is a little scandalous.
Don't ask questions. Like just watching like Law and Order and a bunch of police procedurals. And while the girlfriend points out that's wrong and that's wrong and that's not how that happens. And I'm just like Ruby just sits on the couch with her feet propped up on her girlfriend's lap, just listening, half listening to the girlfriend, but also half listening to an audiobook. While they're sharing like pop brownies and ice cream. Just super chill average Saturday night.
Honestly, that sounds amazing. Fantastic. And Miss Elizabeth.
So Elizabeth has a sister named Ashley. Ashley was older than Elizabeth, got everything from the family, and kind of was a mentor to Elizabeth growing up, always under her wing, always like trying to look out for her. But Elizabeth didn't really understand what being a sister meant, and so kept trying to share all these things with her sister, but it just wasn't quite right. Like she'd be like, "Oh look," and she'd bring like the corpse of a bird that had fallen, and she's like, "Look at all these bones we can like harvest together," and or she'd like bounce the ball just a little too hard so it would like bounce in her face because she's trying to show how strong she is. Or they're putting a puzzle together and she doesn't put the edge pieces together. She starts at the center and works her way outward, and she's just trying to like do the parts that her sister doesn't like to do, but it's seen the wrong way. And so her sister doesn't really understand her, thinks that she's like being selfish, and like they just never click that way.
Casper, I had the same internal reaction to this starting from the middle of the puzzle.
What kind of monster starts in the middle?
Thank you, Sam. That was very
That was
sad
beautiful.
and also very sweet. So, as our murder mavens are pondering and trying to piece this together, it starts to feel like maybe we're totally off track. Maybe we have got this all wrong. And then you remember what Amanda Delacourt would do. And you realize, no, you've got it. So walk me through it one more time. Now that we have all of our story together, now that we're all in agreement, what happened?
Teresa and Howard worked together to try and get her ownership of the bel canto because she knew she wasn't going to get the inheritance, but Howard double-crossed her and cheated on her with Celia. And so Teresa killed Miles, her father, to pave the way for her to take over. And then Howard killed Nathan because Nathan found out about it. Right? Did I get it right?
Yes, because Celia was renegotiating her contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we think that Teresa doesn't know or does know that Howard killed Nathan.
Does not.
Does not know.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 murders happened without like Howard probably knows about both murders probably because like Teresa had to do the one intentionally, but Howard did the other one and Teresa does not know.
Yeah, that's
that
why
one.
like Howard was saying like, "Oh, did the family send you?" Thinking that she might have
Right.
found out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Marilyn, as you are kind of Sherlock Holmesing this, giving the breakdown of what happened, Teresa starts sincerely just bawling with the realization that Howard murdered her son and that her greed caused her to lose someone very close to her.
Child, those crocodile tears ain't gonna work for you. That's prison, honey.
I think some of those are sincere, Ruby. Losing a child is never easy, especially
Losing her
when you
child is her
realize
own damn fault. Anyway, I'ma sashay away because I don't got time for you no more. She pulled a gun on me, Nelly. I ain't gonna feel no kind of sympathy for her.
Ruby, call your girlfriend.
You're in your rights to.
Oh no, I'm walking out of the room with my girlfriend on the phone. Hey baby,
Yeah.
you won't believe the mess I got into today. I'm gonna need you to come pick up these white people. And that's when I walk down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And before we end, why don't we just talk about something nice and cozy that our murder mavens will do following solving this murder, which I think we said is maybe not your first, but probably still one of the first early mysteries that you have solved. So what would our group do? Some kind of cozy activity together.
Oh, I think you're talking about us playing Clue together.
Yes, I did.
I think that would be cute.
I invite Ruby will invite you all back to her place while her girlfriend finishes up the paperwork with all of the criminals that we just encountered. I'm cooking up fresh baked pot brownies because all of us got glaucoma. Wink. You guys got ice cream, but it's that like and it's not ice cream. It's that vanilla Greek yogurt that goes with it. It's just
Mm-mm.
beautiful. Um, so we're all getting high and playing Clue, chilling at my house.
I think I come and like when I arrive, I am bearing like 3 really shitty bowls, ceramic bowls. And I'm like, "Hey, I made these for you." They're
Aw.
terrible because I'm not focused on getting good at pottery.
No, you've got other things to focus on. I put ice in each and every one of them and pop our wine bottles and stick them in each one.
Nice.
We've got red, white, and rosé.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Nellie brings paintings. I think she brings her painting supplies and an easel. Because getting high is a great time to paint.
It's true.
But you're gonna get a look from Ruby. You'll bring in the easel into the house.
Well, do you expect me to just do it on your floor and potentially damage your floor?
Honey, do you? I'm too high for this.
Exactly.
I have to ask, does Nellie invite Sam?
Yeah, why not?
I love that. He's definitely a little drunk.
And I was a little high too.
Exactly.
Crossfaded.
Sam, did you have anything to add for Elizabeth?
Yeah, after the silent auction at the gala, won big and walked away with a bunch of really interesting like teacups, and they kind of like suit our personalities. Each one of them they're very sapphic in nature, so when you're grabbing on, it's a good time, especially with everything that's going on. And then with it, I've also brought like a witch's brew, like gone and gathered some medicine, went out to the swamp nearby and got all the things I need, and then brewed us some very interesting tea.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
psychedelic, but
And what I will
it
pretend to
will
drink.
cleanse your soul.
I'm absolutely drinking from the teacup that has like a nipple in the bottom of it, so it just looks like a boob coming out.
I
Ruby's
have
got
to ask
this.
Sam,
Mhm.
are they like the erotic bowls from the Birdcage, but sapphic instead of gay men?
Yeah, like the way the curve of the handle. Some of them are like breasts, some of them are bellies. Like, yeah, it's everything you ever want.
I love it. I love it so much.
I love them.
All right. Well, thank you all so much. It has been a ton of fun. Thank you for introducing me to this game. I'm glad that I got to run it. Hopefully, you all enjoyed it as much as I did.
Oh,
Uh, and let's go around and just remind the folks at home who everyone is. So, Star, do you want to start us off?
Sure. First off, thank you for letting me play this game for once. I'm Star, and I go by Star Mama C on TikTok. Sorry, that was really quick. Star Mama C. And you're posting my link, so I don't really need to tell anybody anything. But I have a podcast called Characters Without Stories, where I interview people about characters they haven't had a chance to play yet. And that's it for me.
Fantastic. And Leona.
that's me. Hello, everyone. My name is Linda. You can find me all over the internet at the Leona Maple. I am your friendly neighborhood diversity and equity and inclusion consultant. I also show up in tabletop RPGs every now and again. And you can find me on Blue Sky, the Leona Maple bluesky.social, the Leona Maple.car.co is my static website for now. Best places. Those are the two best places to keep up with what on earth it is that I am doing. And yeah, that's all. So happy I got to do this.
Yeah. Casper.
Sorry, I'm making notes about where to find people.
And all the links are in the chat, by the way.
Yes, I know, but I'm gonna forget.
I get it.
Osea, I am Casper DNB Ghost. You can find me everywhere at Casper DANB Ghost, all one word. I am a writer of sci-fi, fantasy, horror, gay shit. And all of my people are neurodivergent in some way.
You just said gay a bunch of times.
Yes, I did. This was a blast and a half PBTA has never let me down. I love these systems. I love this system so much. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me and playing with. I finally got to play with Leona, and I got to meet Star and Sam. This was amazing. I wish I was half as sassy as Ruby by the time I hit 75, because this woman.
Goals for sure.
Yep.
And Sam, last but not least.
Hey friends, I'm Sam. I'm one half of Link's Tome of Adventures. Come hang out with us on our Discord. If you click any of our links on any of the social medias, you'll find our Discord where we tell stories together. Right now, we're working on a Daggerheart tale where we're having amnesia and fighting through trying to survive in the wilderness after the crash of the first airship. And yeah, so if you want that adventure, we've got some open slots there. Come on down anytime, or just hang out with us on Discord, because we've got a bunch of us neurospicy queer folk that are such fun to be around. We do community nights and all sorts of things, so come join us, and we'll see you around.
Plus Sam's there, and Sam's amazing.
Oh wait, the tagline, there's at the tome, the next chapter is yours to write.
I love that. I love that so much. And before we head out, I just, gonna plug some shit that I'm doing the next couple of days. So tomorrow, you can find me doing the second ever trans empowerment project Quest Collective game, where we are playing trans vampire cowboys. And I'm super excited.
I love that.
Super excited. I have been wanting to play that for a while. Jack, the founder of TEP, and I interviewed the creator. That'll, at some point, whenever I edit that, will be out for everyone to watch or listen to. And yeah, I'm so looking forward to that game. And then Saturday, back here, you can find Casper again playing another game with me as we play Hunter the Reckoning. And I'm very excited. It's only my second time ever actually getting to play it. So
Let's go.
I love Hunter, but I'm biased.
That's fair. That's fair.
I thought you were just gonna stop it. I'm bi, and I was like, love that for you.
I'm also that, but like I am biased for reasons that we don't need to get into live.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty. Well, thank you all so much for coming and playing. Thank you all at home for watching. And we will see you all next time, hopefully tomorrow and Saturday.
Bye.